Welcome back to the chapter. We're here for another session. Got the regulars. We got myself, Mark, our barkeep.
G'day, old mate. Fucked that up. Sorry, it's my first day.
We got Handy here in place of Telf.
Yeah, mate.
He's our resident old bloke for the night.
Mm.
Keep us all fucking honest and that sort of stuff.
He's the fact checker.
Fact checker.
Try.
Yeah, got the wisdom. And special guest tonight is Ryan Smith. Yeah, he's you can talk now, mate.
Oh, me, yeah. Yeah, test 1, 2 coming in.
Yeah, right. Test 1. That's all I'll do. Testy 1.
He's joined us for a bit of a catch up because, we fucking haven't seen you in quite a while.
Yeah,
Used to
it's been
work
a while
with you
now.
for
It's
probably
been,
a couple of years now.
I think it's 2 years coming up in February. Oh, now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
the 12th.
Fucking hell.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it has been.
In store for tonight, Mark.
Well, talking about it there before, and sort of what do you do before you get going on something? We'll go with fitters terms here. We'll give it a bit of a prelude. So fucking prelude for tonight. We'll talk about fucking wheel kits. Going to talk about fitters, all sorts of wild tools and shit like that. No, I'm not talking about you, Handy. Other wild tools.
Fitters like mechanics and fitters and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
because
shit like that.
Ryan is an expert in this field.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, we want to fucking learn a bit, eh?
Yeah,
But-
not tonight.
Not tonight. All right, sounds good. Let's just drink a bit of piss there.
Take you down the garden path. That's about it.
And yeah, we'll follow it up with our normal deep random thoughts whiskey session right at the end. But normally we start the show with our stuff ups from our last session because we normally have a few, and we normally call each other out on them.
Mm.
But I can't actually think of anything that happened.
Yeah, normally he
Stuff
just
up.
uses that to throw at me face.
Yeah, Mark's normally a main feature in this, but
I don't believe it, mate.
There we go, the fact checker. He doesn't believe it.
You've already got one for next session. She's the old tail over the
Yeah,
shoulder.
I'll
trick didn't work.
trying to
There you
be cool. Like
Chalk
I'm
that
the
one up.
bartender, throw it over the shoulder. She's went clean over the fucking seat.
There's probably one of them lizard drags out of his ute he dragged in.
She's slippery. It's actually still moving on the floor if you look at it.
oh, Harley. We've
Yes.
got Harley here as well. Speaking of lizard rags. Well, since we haven't got any fuck ups, I thought I would bring up about the chess boxing tournament that we're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
Just to fill you in, Ryan, and any of the other listeners that haven't heard. Me and Mark are going to have a chess boxing match, which is 3 rounds of boxing separated by 3 rounds of chess, 3-minute rounds.
Nice.
The ultimate brain versus brawn. And he's got neither, so it's all good.
Beat me to it. So we haven't actually set a date for that, but I feel like it should be a subscriber-based.
Main event.
Yeah, because we're on YouTube now, I feel like we'll have that as a YouTube event.
Mm.
And it should be when we get a particular amount of subscribers. Fuck, that's a hard word to say.
Yeah, it is, eh?
Not really.
Here we go.
Oh.
That's can we get a fact check, please?
Who the
Yeah,
fucking
hard.
thought of this guy?
How hard is it to say subscribers, mate?
It's not very hard to
There
say
you go.
subscribers at all.
Anyway, whenever we get that amount of that word he just said, what amount do you think?
What's achievable? I'd be happy with more than 3. That'd be good.
We're already over more than 3.
Beautiful.
It's only been
Solid.
going for a week, so I think
We'll have a think and we'll get back to it.
we'll
at
have a
the end,
think.
I
But
reckon.
I think we'll have a think at the end. We'll get back to it, like you just said. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
No worries.
You got to shoot for the stars. Go high, like 2,500 or something.
I was thinking
Yeah.
1. I was
Ooh.
thinking 1 because it's achievable.
It's achievable. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
true.
I've already
Yeah.
been talking to a few people about undercards too, so it'll be a great event.
Yeah,
Mm.
beautiful.
Get on it.
Anyway, what's been happening, Handy, since last time we seen you?
Mate, not much. Not much. Trying to lose a bit of weight.
Yeah. Okay.
Selling cars and bikes and trying to do anyway.
Handy's car salesman.
Yeah. Having a bit of a clean out.
So anything that you can get around in because you're walking now instead, or what?
No. Still got the main car, mate. But just get rid of the second car. Get rid of the bike. Don't get to ride it enough, so.
Yeah.
Want to buy a van?
No.
Yeah. No, I want to buy a van.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to sell me shit.
No. Well, I've got a
Perfect
good
time
car
for
and
a
a bike
selfie.
sitting there, mate. Yeah.
You
You want
know
to buy
that-
a Harley, mate?
You know that Jim's mowing? Yeah, they have old mate on there. That is you without the hat. Just a handy's car salesman.
Yeah, right.
Anything that isn't bolted down, you'll sell it.
Yeah, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, other than that, mate, not much. Just work and chasing the kids around with school and sport now. Well,
Yep.
it's about to kick off. So, busy.
Yeah, okay. What about yourself, Ryan? Started a new job recently?
Oh, I've just been transferred pretty well over to BMA Blackwater.
Oh, yeah.
Come from Middlemount, that Fox Lee show. So
Picking up the average there.
yeah, pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm real good off the bench. So yeah, I don't like starting in the lineup. It's pretty bad.
I've got a funny story on this too, later. Hit me up. It'll be
Yeah.
good.
Okay with it now.
All right,
Yeah,
fuck
run
you
it.
then. Have I ever told you, Ryan, about my first ever game of football?
Nah.
All right, so I'll set the scene here. Young fella, would have been under 11s. Fucking super keen because old mate that normally was run on number 10, he was out sick. I fucking kneecapped him the week before. But so I was run on number 10. Fuck, I was keen. Got the number 10 jersey, put it on there and fucking, ready to run out on game day. Running out there with the team because normally I'd start off the bench. Running out there, looking out at the crowd, looking for mum and dad. Yeah, no good. Fucking arse overhead, tripped over a witch's hat, eh? Face planted. And you just hear, who the fuck is that cat?
Right in front of everyone.
Just fucking derailed me self-esteem, train hard.
Because my team was playing bloody couple of games after, and they're all sitting there. Is that your brother? No.
Nah.
Never seen it.
I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
I thought you were going to say you like ran onto the netball field with the Sheilas and that. That's what
Yeah,
you
wrong
ended
one.
up.
I was like fucking wing defense and all that sort of shit.
GA bib on. Away you went.
Fucking swish. I got out there on the field, fucking lining up. Nah, good. We were fucking, like, we had one too many on our team. So they're like, all right, send that cunt back to trip over the witches out. So I've spent 90% of that game on the fucking bench as well. So
Nursing a ruined knee.
yeah, that hasn't affected me at all. Like that fucking monumental fuck up in my life. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's all right. Still in therapy.
Yeah, still in there. Here we are on the couch.
Talk through the problems.
Love it.
Well, something that happened to me there the other day. So I'm sitting in the lounge inside, and the missus got this little cat, and she's bought some treats for it, little fucking cat treat things, and it's fucking eating one of them on the floor. I was, what the fuck's that? And she's oh, that's Chris Brown made these treats. It's like, fuck off. Chris Brown, the singer. Like, he makes cat treats. I just fucking
What the fuck?
well, I forgot all about. There's actually that where's he from? Bondi.
The Bondi vet.
The Bondi vet is Dr. Chris Brown.
Oh.
He's a fucking vet. Yeah, but
Yeah.
all I could think of was the singer. Yeah.
Straight to domestic
What-
violence.
Yeah.
What's he call him? Rihanna's
Yeah,
smackos.
just beating pussy.
He's banging pussy.
Get
God
under your
bless him.
umbrella.
Nah, she did a good performance at the Super Bowl there the other day, Rihanna.
Yeah, yep. Preggers as
Yeah,
well.
she looked a bit like me, all swollen. I got that
Exactly
same,
like you if you squint your eyes.
I was
Actually.
going to say, I got that same red leather jacket she had on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's still in the cupboard.
You still in the cupboard too, eh? Or-
Oh, I'm talking about red shirts.
Classic.
Another thing that's that got brought to my attention this week, actually, out at work, and we're in the machines down the pit, bloody cleaning up for the coal digger or something, and one of the blokes in the pit at the time, he said to me, have a look up, Neil, like look up the sky. What do you reckon? I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty fucking clear. He's like, did you see the moon there? Because the moon was up, sometimes as it does during the day. And it was like midday, so the sun was like directly up in the sky as well, but the moon's off to the side. And he said, do you notice anything strange about it? I'm like, no, not really. And he said, well, it's only a half moon. He said, but the sun's beside it. What the fuck is causing the shadow?
Flat Earth.
Well, I got
Flat Earth. I'm on the flat Earth.
the sun is right beside this thing, and it's a fucking half moon, and yeah, it blew my mind. anyway, normally when I don't have an answer for shit like that, I'll just go with atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I,
that sounds about right.
I haven't even tried to look the answer up because
I was hoping you were going to lead into, hey, look over here, I got a full moon right here if you want it.
Lace the old bloody trousers back up.
well, I hope the bloke that was telling me this wasn't leading into that because I wouldn't like to see it.
What about you're looking at the sky and he's really got his ass out and you've missed the joke completely?
And now you're in a deep thought like, hey, how is that? He's really got me sound perplexed.
I fucking got him.
And he was just wanting to flash an innocent moon.
Check out my dot.
An innocent moon. Show the old rusty sheriff badge.
The old bullet hole.
But proper fuck me for the rest of the day anyway.
Oh shit.
Oh no, not him. No, I got no fucking idea. So I'm throwing it out to the public. If you know what the fuck is to go there, why you get a half moon in daylight hours, fucking hit me up because I've got no idea. All I've got is atmospheric pressure.
You should have just jumped on Google, mate, straight in the
I don't like
rabbit
using
hole.
Google.
He doesn't like
I
Google.
like
Oh, true.
no, I like just
You're a DuckDuckGo man.
I don't know what DuckDuckGo is.
If you want the real shit, that's where you go.
The unfiltered stuff, mate. You know, that advertisement stuff.
Oh,
Duck, duck, go, have a gander.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Turn the filter off on that too and really get into it.
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky.
Not tonight, Google. Not tonight.
That's
Okay.
all I got, Mark.
Well, what have I been up to lately? So I've recently, I don't know whether any of you have got a wheel kit at all.
Nah,
Huh?
I think I'm still running the same one from when I was in the army, mate.
Oh, really? They
Mm.
set you up with one there, do
It's- Yeah, it's well out of date.
Is-
Out.
they? Is it pretty generic stuff that they get you to put in there?
I think so, mate. Honestly, it's been that long since I've done it. But yeah,
It's
it
probably-
is something that I do have to get onto, though, now with the
Pro-
kids.
Probably a thing that they do to all the young recruits.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
old sergeants come in and go,
Yeah.
now you put my name down as the beneficiary there.
Yeah.
I'll
What do
put
you, what
you
do you
straight
got?
out the front. Yeah.
What do you got? Where are you going to put it?
Oh.
That's how it,
Is that the priest that says that to you?
Yeah, that was all wrong, wasn't it?
oh, well, I can't stand up for half an hour now.
Full moon out that day.
So I didn't get a generic one. Or just they got a free one through their local union here. So I thought, may as well have a go. So I went in there, and there was like a little section there where you can put, if you want anything specific left to anyone specific. I thought, can't leave that empty. So I decided to chuck a couple in there and see what they'd let me get away with. So to Neil, I left my alarm clock, a mirror, and Viagra eye drops. So you can have a long, hard fucking look at yourself in the mirror and wake up.
Fuck me.
Long overdue. To my younger sister, I give her the exact dollar amount, $65.80, because that's about how much you need for a decent haircut these days. And her haircut's fucking terrible. My other sister,
$65, mate. What
That's
barber
a-
you going
Yeah,
to?
fuck.
Neil's got the hairdo of the fucking family by the sounds.
yeah, terrible.
I went in there one day, said take the top off, and they just cut me.
Scalped
Cut
ya.
me ear to ear.
Still didn't find anything. Oh, I'm going to give you that alarm clock tomorrow, actually. Can't wait. To my other sister, half-eaten bag of Doritos, because I'm sure that I'll have one of them in my bloody closet when I die, surely. The other one, my other sister, she's actually born on the same day as me. We're 3 years apart. So I decided to do the bigger thing, and when I die, she can have proper rights to my birthday. Even though she's the eldest, I still claim the rights to it, I feel. And I got one more to my daughter. I left my sense of humour. Because fucking life's hard. And you got to laugh at something.
She's got you to laugh at until then.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
yeah,
That's
she
until
sort of-
that day. Like, I'm not going to fucking use it, am I? I'm going to be scattered somewhere, fucking on a dump somewhere, I would imagine.
You're scattered now, so
I didn't know you shared a birthday, mate,
Yeah.
with your sister.
Yeah,
That's
best
got-
fucking
that's gotta
present
suck.
she ever got.
Oh, yeah.
that
She
I,
probably thinks otherwise. But
no, I remember when Mark was born, and she was pretty ecstatic. Like, yep, Got a fucking got a little brother as my birthday present.
Because you didn't
That's
have a brother up until that point.
Oh, But yeah, that's the last day she was excited about
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say.
Fucking
It's like
hated.
steal the limelight on her special day, mate.
Yep. Every year on the day I text her and say happy my birthday. She loves it.
Be like being born on Christmas Day. One present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old mum
There
and
you
dad were
fucking
busy at that time of year, weren't they?
Or
Holy.
leap years. Where do they go? Do you know anyone that's born on a leap year?
No, I don't know anyone
They'd be awfully
personally.
young.
But yeah.
They'd be very young.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Wonder how the legalities go there with your birth certificate, because you'd be 4 or 1
Yeah.
or 2 in 4 years.
Wouldn't that be an awesome piss take though?
Yeah.
You go for your license, like I am 12.
Yeah, like, fuck off. I reckon it'd fucking suck, mate. You got to wait 4 years for a birthday to come around.
Yeah.
Have the token
Depends.
birthday.
And
day
even then
before.
you're outshined by the Olympics. Fucking bullshit.
Depends how much of bastards your parents are, I suppose. Like, no, not this year, mate. Not your birthday.
Tell you what, you want to get a good fucking present.
Oh yeah.
You've had 4 years to save for the fucking thing.
What's the average dollar value on a present, you reckon? Birthday present?
What, like he's asking in retrospect to where people are going to think you're a tight ass or a good person, you know?
I'm very aware of people thinking I'm a tight ass because it generally tends to happen a fair bit.
Well, that's like a re-gift. Something
Yeah.
that they give you at Christmas. Then you just re-gift it to that exact person
Yeah.
for their birthday.
That's awesome.
See, I get them from Mark. I get my own stuff back.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, but it's stuff that he stole from me originally, so it already has my name on it.
Well, you could have just said thank you.
You just
'cause you
say,
can get it back
"Time,
eventually. You can give a bloke something and he'll complain.
Keep that alarm clock, eh?
We in my family, it was my grandfather, my uncle, and me all on the same day.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
right.
Yeah, 3 generations. And then when we had kids, we tried timing it so we'd have a kid exactly the same day. And one come in December, or 2 came in December, and 1 in February. So we were a bit off the mark.
Yeah.
Fuck. A little bit.
Worth a try, that.
Yeah, it was good trying.
We might have a break for a drink, I reckon. So we'll be back. The fucking group that I asked after we done our first one, what'd you reckon? Yeah, there's lots of swearing, eh? Like, oh, well, in a
was
bar
listening to
drinking,
it.
though.
Yeah, I was listening to that on the episode and I thought, who fucking cares?
Yeah, yeah. It's punctuation.
Yeah.
You don't
Swearing
like
is
the language,
punctuation.
don't you?
Describing words,
Yeah,
aren't they?
describing word
Yeah,
really
yeah.
adds
But
to the story.
we're back from beers anyway, and we're just talking about how swearing is punctuation.
We're back from
So-
fucking beers, mate.
Yeah, if you hear any random swear words in there,
Oh, Harley, you prick.
There he goes.
just turn a blind eye, basically, or a blind
Turn a blind eye when you listen
or a
to
blind ear. Turn a blind ear.
Blind ear.
Turn a deaf ear. Yeah,
Deaf ear.
yeah. Anyway, where were you, Mark?
Wait. I wanted to bring up an interesting thing that I learnt. So I'm in ERT training and that. You do like a first aid course there. And they were talking to us there the other day, and we got a few new trainers out there, and I like picking the brain of anyone new out there and what different stuff they teach people in these first aid courses.
Checking out what they know.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know fuck all, because I want to learn.
Yep.
And he's talking about like after you've went there and you've called for help and all that, and stopped any major bleeds, you do a secondary survey, they call it, like a head to toe. You're sort of checking out their head and all the way, see if they got any other injuries. And then somehow he got on to, I rocked up one day and there's this car crash and I noticed old mate had a raging boner. I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, you know what that is a sign of? No,
He likes you.
it's it's a broken back. Broken lower back gives you hard on.
Blood can't get out.
Yeah, it must do. It
don't
must
know.
just fucking circulate in there. But and I was like, I'll be fucked, eh? And he goes, yep. That's
Can you
not
feel
to
that,
be.
mate?
Well, that's the thing because we were all laughing, going, what if he likes the whole secondary survey a bit too much? And he goes, no. The part where you break and you ejaculate, that's a little bit further up. So if you were in a car crash and you've accidentally fucking had a great time in your pants there, you could have a broken back.
Yeah, there you go. You wouldn't even know it.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it. That's fucking terrible, isn't it? Knowledge
I
is
got
power.
nothing on this. It was just, yeah.
What can
That's
you
horrible.
say, really? Yeah.
Well, I just hope every time that we jump into bed and my missus wants to break me back.
Yeah. So, when people say I knocked the back out of it, is that what they're talking about?
Well, could be.
Fuck. Oddest segue in the world, mate. But we'll get on to you, Rhino. Well, you're a pretty bloody fit bloke, I would say, mate.
Most people wouldn't, but
Yeah, well, bloody over the last couple of episodes, we've been talking about why they call them fitters and who is the fittest fitter.
fit is fitter.
Yeah. So it's like I feel it's a competition. I feel people can ask their mates who the fittest fitter is. I've got like a quick list here that I'll browse through,
Yeah, run us through.
and
mate.
we'll have a talk about it, and you can add a few that are missing. We got diesel fitter, mechanic, fitter and turner, like with lathes and shit. Auto lecky, watchmaker, because you got to have watchmaker in there. Tyre fitters, TA, boilermaker, and then you got like truck side versus track side.
Well, if you're going to include all the trades, you put hairdressers in there because there's a few fit
Hairdressers?
rigs there.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Chuck that hairdressers in there, mate. We can have a
Fucking
few more
oath.
yarns.
A watch fitter.
Watch fitter.
Yeah, did you get that in there?
Well, why not, mate?
Aren't they
Who
just
fixes your watch?
a
What-
jeweler?
Watch mechanic.
Isn't it a jeweler?
Oh, I'm sure they have a specific name.
They do.
Is
It's,
it-
yeah.
yeah.
What is it?
Oh, like timekeeper? I don't know.
No, we've spoken about this before and we didn't come up with an answer either. So
You know how
Mark
like,
looks like a dickhead now because
every key cutter they got the locksmith thing, and don't
Yeah.
they also fix the watches at like those locksmith joints?
Do you think they
No,
just
they
do a whole
shoes
lot?
too, don't they?
Yeah, they
they do.
jack of all trades.
Soles of your shoes.
That's just a broad range of shit that they do, eh?
Engraving, they do a lot of engraving. Yeah.
Yeah.
it is a random collection of things that they do, isn't it?
Yeah,
when you
it's
think
just
about it. Yeah.
Miscellaneous.
And it's just floating in the middle of those shopping centres. Like it's not actually a store.
Yeah.
It's just like a little booth.
Do
So-
it all out in the open. Yeah.
Mm.
Where do we put these pricks? Oh, in the middle there somewhere. Who cares? Couple of fucking blow mold tables.
So you're wanting to know what the superior trade is?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Who's the
diesel
fittest
fitters.
fitter?
Diesel fitters,
Of
definitely.
course you're going to say that. Who's number 2 then?
Well, it's the age old, you always work with boilermakers, so it's always a boilermaker versus a fitter.
They're normally built like greyhounds, aren't
Yeah, and most of them are. Run on Red Bull and Durries. Then in comes the auto electrician.
they? Yeah. What do they run on? Whiskey and bad decisions.
They probably run on a bit more superior stuff because that's the way they hold themselves.
Oh, they think they're better than
I do
everyone, eh?
think, yeah, because, like, you got to be a little bit of intelligence to become an auto sparky.
There you go. That's what they reckon anyway.
That's why Neil did that 2 weeks experience at
I did.
and
I
threw
did
it away.
2
then.
weeks.
Threw it away then.
2 weeks.
Didn't cut the mustard.
2 weeks work experience at Blackwater Mine.
That was too hard.
Yep. Changed some brushes in the drag line.
Yeah, he's a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Changed a few rollers too, mate.
Yeah, no, definitely. We always went out on that argument, mate.
So why the auto leckies think they're?
Yeah, they're like.
But why are they put themselves up on a pedestal?
Oh,
like
'cause-
everything in there is color coded.
Yeah, pretty well. I think they just because they got to learn a bit of Ohm's law, bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah, right.
I dare say just because they aren't very intelligent to begin with, and then they make them intelligent.
Oh, so they learn that
Yeah.
one thing, and they're like, "Yeah, I fucking
we've
got it
got
now."
Forced intelligence.
yeah,
I like it.
pretty well. But yeah, you meet a few people from other trades in the walk of life. So a lot of mechanics out there. There's a few boat mechanics out there at the moment.
Boat mechanics, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
marine mechanics.
Yeah, there you go. Fucking, that would be picking up lately, eh?
It'd be a tough ass working out the wharf there, looking at nice boats and that, and then you got to come out in this shithole.
And then test them out on the water, make sure they're running all right. Yeah.
Go for a run.
Yeah.
Do you think there's more pressure if you're a boat mechanic? Because it's like if car breaks down, you're like, oh yeah, who gives a fuck? Just call the tow. Boat breaks down.
It depends on the boat, because like if they're the marine inboards, those big diesels, you some of them you got to pull the boat apart to get to the fucking thing to even service it. Yeah, so it's a lot of pressure to keep that pristine, nice little bit of elegance to it.
Elegance. Fucking, you must be a bloody auto lecky. What's going on here?
Oh man, I can
Dual trade.
I can do an auto lecky's job, but they can't do our job. So
Yeah, red goes to
that's
red.
why we're superior, man.
So if there's banter between you and the Boilermakers, what makes you know that yous are the top of the list?
Well, if it's job wise, so we always have to clean up for the fucking Boilermaker, like clean. So then they can do the job. They're like bitches. They sort of don't like to do anything until we've cleaned it or made it comfortable for them. And we're picking up after them. So we always have a bit of banter there with them.
Yeah.
Just to go and weld a bracket on something you can do in 2 minutes with a tech screw.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Or
Or a
is you
zippy
going to say a
tie.
zip tie?
Duct tape and zippy ties, mate.
So the fitter and turner stuff,
Mm.
that doesn't actually exist anymore. There's no fitter and turner, is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in machine shops and that, they
Oh,
still
so they
class
still
them
do
as fitter
have-
and turners, yeah.
Oh, they've just separated in some situations, haven't
Yeah,
they?
so I don't actually know why they say fitter and turner, because
Yeah.
most of them just do their apprenticeships on lathes and all that machining stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously they get some grade or some degree of mechanical side as well, because they have to understand how what they're making works.
Mm.
Because they're two different things, aren't they? It's like saying panel beater spray painter. They're two different fucking trades.
Pretty
It
well.
used to be one trade.
And people lump
Now
them
it's two.
A lot of people that went through the railway were fitter and turners.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's that dual thing where they fit the component that they make, I suppose.
Yeah. But they don't do that as much anymore.
Nah.
So that is the
she's a
turning
lot more
side of it.
fitter.
They actually make the component.
Yeah, that
Turners.
back in the day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, most of it's mass produced now, cutting costs, so
from China.
pretty well.
Mm.
China virus.
Well, since you are a fucking gun fitter, well, I thought I'd look up a couple of fancy tools that I've found. Just like crazy, stupid tools you find that make your life easier. It's actually wild how many of these I actually own. I just looked up cheap shit tools and it'd come up there and I'll fucking own half
Google or
of them.
DuckDuckGo?
Duck Goose. Yeah, so we'll chuck a couple up here on the screen and have a fucking male goose at it. So these utensils here, mate, you ever used any of these?
Definitely not.
They renovate a better grip. They sort of look like they're sort of like a shifter, almost like a little.
They're those things off the Denos Direct ads.
I'm pretty sure they come with steak knives.
They're the
Yeah,
things you get for
Neil's
free.
got them inside there on his chin-up bar. Yeah, they don't slip. Yeah, definitely. I've never seen them in the industry, mate.
Really?
Nah.
What's something you keep in your tool bag, eh?
Like even if you pull it, because I got a big pair of Stilsons there, you pull that out, everyone just hangs shit on you for being a plumber.
Yeah.
So imagine pulling them fucking things out.
Put
You
the
might-
crack down a bit and off you
You may as
go.
well, even if you thought about pulling it out, you just pack your ute up and fucking drive off site. It'd be easier than the shit you're gonna get hung on you for pulling them out, mate.
Is there anything other than the Stilsons that's in your bag that you cop shit for?
A lot, like, because I'd buy a lot of Milwaukee gear, so there's also that rivalry for like brand names. And, you know, you got Makita, you got Ryobi or DeWalt, something like that.
So you pointed at me. I'm more of an Ozito man
Oh,
myself.
you're the Bunnings.
Yeah, fucking
30 batteries, all with 2 lights of charge on the fucking thing.
Fucking
One of the
fast
fucking
charging,
clips
mate.
broken.
one tech screw per bloody.
I know my dad swears by them. He's like, yep,
Ozito.
yeah, Zito, yep. They got a 2 or 3 year warranty, and he said they don't last that long, but they like. He said that every 2 years I got new tools.
I'll swear by them half the time too. Work, you prick.
I just got you off charge, you fucking girl.
Well, what else have we got here? This one here, mate, when you don't know what socket or you've lost your 10mm socket, you got this fucking wild contraption, which is just, it's an extra large socket and it's got a heap of metal retractable dowels in there. So it just forms around
Which is
any
just
nut
multi-fit.
at all. Multi-fit
See the
nut.
One size fits all job.
Exactly.
It'd be interesting to see what that original size is like. Is that a 19mm?
I'm going to go 19 or 20.
Yeah, well, there you go. 7 to 19 mil.
There you go.
Do you have this one?
No, I definitely do not.
No. I was asking Mark actually.
Look, I'm not at liberty to say.
Do you
No,
actually?
I don't, but I fucking want to.
I
was
think
gonna
you should
say,
because it actually has
does it
adapter
work?
nut.
Does it work?
Adapter nut.
So
That's what I've been looking for.
I was going to say, are you sure? Because it says sold on that ad. You just didn't screenshot off your phone and chuck it up there.
Oh, fair dinkum.
Yeah, I don't think that would really cut the mustard. And if you were trying to get
If you chuck that on a fucking
anything,
impact driver there, mate, you're
nah,
fucked.
yeah, definitely.
Righto, we'll go to the next one then.
What do we got
So
here?
it's pretty hard to see this one, but it's like,
Oh yeah,
it's a
oh,
tight reach extension wrench.
yeah, we're going to go with, like, it's something you chuck on the end of your bloody spanner there or fucking ratchet
Like an-
spanner or whatever.
like an offset extension.
Yeah. So that just obviously has linkages in there that you can remotely undo your nuts from wherever, mate. Because that's what you want. You want to be able to get your nuts out wherever.
Normally, my missus undoes my nuts.
Hey, look out.
I definitely have never seen anyone use one of them or
No.
even own one. But I'd say now I'd rather bust my knuckles up inside that engine bay than pulling that out and embarrassing myself.
There's a whole lot of male pride in this, isn't there? The old
It's very
fucking-
much so.
Someone will call me a skirt if I use this.
Or even in the brand, like people buy Snap-on, it's a bit of a thing. Like, yeah, I'm a deadly kind of got Snap-on tools. Me, I'll just run the JBS, mate, from the apprenticeship still.
What's the wild expensive tool you ever heard of, like with the snap-on and shit like that?
Yeah, Snap-on's pretty dear with their cordless stuff.
Mm.
It's like they've stayed in that. It's like they're like Land Cruisers. They've stayed in the 80s for their design, and they're just sticking to it and charging everyone $1 million for it. But everywhere else is going up in, quality and range, and
And they're still doing it.
still doing the same old 14 volt, 18 volt series that they got from fucking 30 years ago.
They want to catch up to a Zitto, mate, I'll tell you.
When I did my apprenticeship, I bought a snap-on ratchet screwdriver, and it's still going strong.
Fucking
That's the
hell.
only snap-on I got.
You probably only used it about
Oh,
5
yeah, I
times.
bet.
Yeah, I think it cost me a fucking entire week's wage to buy it, but yeah,
The only
still
snap-on you got, what about a bloody strap-on, mate? You got one there?
going. No, none of them, mate.
I got Repco gear actually.
Oh, yeah.
It used to have a lifetime warranty.
Mm.
They've since ditched that. I'm not sure why. Whether to take that as a win or
Too many comebacks, mate.
yeah, or they weren't selling enough of them, or what. But mine haven't buggered up. But I'm not a mechanic or anything.
3/4
either.
drive sockets are Repco.
Yeah, good thing.
Just because they're cheap.
Oh.
You bang them up, you
Fucking
go,
tight ass.
you go get another one for $10 then.
I run the Stanley mainly. They're
Well,
me-
Stanley, yeah,
there we
right.
go. Yeah. The knives as well, Stanley knives.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Stanley is just more or less screwdrivers.
Yeah.
That was the only tool they used to make, the old Stanley screwdriver. Now they make everything.
Fucking oath. They
I
do a
think the
great job.
spanners are like holding onto a knife when
Yeah.
you're really reefing off as they're cutting into your hand as you're doing it.
And then you slip and hit your knuckles and bust them bastards too. Well, what else we got here? Oh, this one here. The hydraulic card jack. So you plug her into power,
Oh, 12 up.
12 up. It's meant to lift 5 ton. Comes with a free impact wrench for undoing your fucking wheel nuts there. And it's actually got an inbuilt air compressor as well. It's just everything.
That's
You break
nice.
down
The
the
old
side of the
all-in-one.
road. Mm.
That's a multi-tool.
It's beautiful.
$142. Fucking
Bargain,
beautiful.
mate.
So
Bargain.
what's this
Mate,
in here for?
would you buy one?
No.
No?
Well,
I've
it's
bought one.
combined a whole bunch of things that you normally have anyway.
Would you get under the car if that thing was lifting?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I have done. Or if it's fucking a bit sketchy.
So there's like when you do your apprenticeship, there's for probably 100 years I've played the same video to like any apprentice diesel fitter you talk to. It's like, don't do this type type video. And
Like a safety
yeah,
sort
it's
of.
called Shake Hands with Danger.
Oh,
So the old
yes.
pack as your jack sort of thing.
Yeah, so whenever you see something like that, you always reference Shake Hands with Danger. It's got that weird little guitar in the background going.
All them 80s infomercials. There they go.
But they probably still run it now, TAFE. They're there at the back doing brake boosters. Don't do this, kids.
Doesn't it make you laugh, eh? Like 2023, and whenever you go to a course, you still watch a 1980s video.
We still get that.
Yeah.
All the safety ones. It's like they just don't want to make new safety stuff.
Yeah.
Well, when you nail it, you nail it.
Yeah,
I don't have to do on safety
Yeah,
net
that's
flips.
it. Nothing's changed, eh?
Yeah. Fucking
they've
A.
probably got the data, mate. So once they've showed that video once, whatever it was affecting at the time, greatly reduced. So let's just run it.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
Yeah, right into the future.
Yeah.
What-
Righto.
What have we got next?
Oh,
Oh,
That one there.
jeez, that's
that's a personal favourite of mine.
Oh, I love it.
I don't
It's like
actually
a-
have it, but
So it's like a magnetic tennis sweatband,
yeah.
You know,
to catch all the nuts and bolts.
as gay as it looks, it's probably not a bad fucking idea sometimes. Where am I going to put that?
What do you
Exactly.
reckon it'd get said if you wore something like that out at work?
You wouldn't wear it.
Righto.
You'd probably just wearing that would insinuate that you're pretty fucking useless and you're dropping shit all the time.
as a bloke who's prone to dropping a nut or two, I would fucking buy one of them 100%.
I don't know if yours would stick to it though.
I'll give it a go.
It's good how like it looks like those screws and that looks stainless, so it's
Yeah,
like they're not
that's-
even magnetic.
That's what I was going to bring up.
That's
How
sort
the
of glue.
fuck did they put them on there?
All those stainless screws and
You must be good at stainless.
she's pretty
sticks,
magnetic.
eh?
Yeah, see a lot of people like wear those. Oh, he's not got them. Those copper wristbands.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
they're meant to
Power
take away
band.
joint pain
Yeah,
or something,
yeah.
aren't they?
They could do something like that.
Do you reckon that shit works?
Oh, she's an old wives' tale. I'd reckon.
I haven't seen. I've seen one bloke,
I have seen a few, and I don't know.
but it's normally all old blokes. But I've seen one younger bloke doing it just recently.
I want to know like the theory behind what it's meant to be doing.
Yeah,
Is it
that's
just
what I mean.
It's the
Yeah,
same
I don't
as
know.
them straps they hang
I
off the
think it
back of
might
your
be all
car.
up here, right? Oh, I feel better. Yeah, look at that.
oh the earth strap when you're fueling your car up doesn't blow up.
It's the same as the one that's meant to take car sickness away. You put the little strap at the back of your car and it rubs along the bitumen.
Is that what that is?
So apparently.
That's what it's
Apparently.
meant to be.
I thought it was the earth. So
Yeah,
when
it
you go
stops the
fuel
static
up, yeah.
shock.
It could do,
So when you open your fuel cap up, it doesn't go boom.
which is pretty fucking hectic that would even happen.
It
But
must
I have heard that too, though. I
Yeah.
have heard the old car sick job on it.
There you go.
It's like saying, fuck, I got a sore toe, someone punching in your arm and you go, it's fixed. Now you got a sore arm, you worry about that now.
Can't feel my toe anymore.
What else have we got here?
Oh yeah. See, that's just a helpful piece of kit. to
What
get
is
on
it?
the roof rack.
That is.
Tell us.
I reckon that would be handy.
You're handy, mate. Tell us what it
Yeah.
is. Describe to me what it is handy.
To me, mate, that is if you got a roof rack or something like that, open up the car door and stand on the old step there.
Yep.
We've got
So
the
it's like-
tie your load down or
So you
whatever
put
you're
the
gonna
step into the
do. Into
the
the door
door
catch.
catch.
Yeah, into
Yeah.
the door catch. Stand on him.
Apparently, that's rated at like 120, 140 kg. I
Oh.
reckon that bolt there because that's
Yeah.
the
I was gonna
strongest
say,
part.
I'd probably step on that and punch that sill clean in. Trying to get up on the roof rack.
Yeah.
Rest the old Crocs on that, mate, and she fucking go through the wall.
Yeah, she's well, it's good to see the old fact checker pretty excited. So, I might buy that. It's just got the
Yeah.
old fella twine here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's not a bad
Handy's
idea.
talk.
I'll tell you what though.
Is that because he's a good salesman or what?
Pretty handy.
Want to be pretty flexible though to get the leg up there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too.
It is a long way.
You'd have
We'll
to have
test
the
that later.
side step onto that.
Yeah, well, you'd have to. I guess you'd have to stand on your sill panel first and step
Yeah.
up. But
If you're going to run that on a mine site, mate, you'd have to have a fucking harness on.
Yeah, that'd have to be rated and tagged.
You couldn't
and all
work.
sorts
You
of
couldn't
shit.
work off that. That's not. a,
She'd be static load. You wouldn't
yeah,
be able to jump
definitely
on
not
it.
a rated platform at all.
What else have we got here?
Holy
So,
fuck!
yeah, she's a drill bit, and also like a what would you call it? A router almost. Sort of, you can drill a hole, and it's got,
and then go sideways as well.
got sideways.
I
I
can do that normally. With
Yeah,
like
that's
a-
what I've done that today when I was putting a PowerPoint in.
well, mate, they've made it easier for you.
Fuck, that'd be worst thing ever.
Yeah, it is.
You-
I've got some of this shit. I saw it on there and I went through a little stage where I was like, fuck yeah, and just buy stupid shit and see how it'd work. I remember telling Dad about it. I was like, oh, they got these new drill bits now. He goes, yeah, no, I tried them back in like the 90s. They're shit.
Do you think they just keep recycling these? Denos Directed have to do that for sure.
Oh yeah.
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 They'd probably buy all the patents or something for them and just
Mm.
keep going.
Mm. I mean, there's a reason that they're the only one that sells that sort of shit.
Mm.
If it
And
was a
they're
good
cheap.
idea, everyone would jump on it.
They're cheap.
I like those the drill bits. So they've got is it tungsten tip or they've got
Is that the ones
something
they're
better
still
than
advertising
tungsten.
them now, the yellow ones.
Yeah. And
buy
then
two. Buy
yeah.
one, get two
Free
kits.
service.
buy one get
Nice.
two. Yeah. Why would you want to? Maybe they're shit and they fuck up.
Brake rotor, concrete, tiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, imagine like we were talking about the presents. Imagine getting a set of them for Christmas. You
Mm.
have to buy one, get one free, and you're giving the free one away like that.
Not a bad idea. Guess
Value
what you're
plus.
getting for Christmas next year, Neil?
A set of routing fucking drill bits.
What else?
This one here for all them leckies out there. So this one, they call it a solder sleeve. I've seen them referred to as. They're actually a piece of, what do you call it?
Plastic.
Heat shrink. And they have glue about a quarter of the way up it. And then in the middle, they have a little band of solder. So you put your two pieces of wire in there, you heat her all up. Shrink wraps it together with the glue either side, makes it waterproof, and heat the solder up, and she's a fucking riggy-digit you win, mate.
She probably work on your speakers in your shed here.
The old car stereo.
Never move or go anywhere, but I don't know how.
Have you ever tried them?
No, I haven't. I have
Huh?
seen like when you buy kits, sometimes you'll find something like that in it.
Mate, give it a go.
I'll endeavour to, and I'll give you a bit of feedback.
That would be great if you get back to me and I want a person who does this proper. I want their point of view.
You can go one better than that. You know, you've heard of Scotch locks?
Scotch locks.
No, you've never heard of Scotch locks?
Are they
heard
the
of
little
Scotch.
plastic ones
Scotch,
that you
Clip together.
clip on, and it's like
you
add a fuse sort of shit?
No, it's exactly the theory of that. But you put the two wires together, then you clip it together, and it breaks the wire, and it like uses a little metal clip, and that's your connection.
Yep. Right. And on the
So-
other side of that, you got a little clip to put a little.
So when you go to anywhere, if you were to put a ball bar on this, that's what you get in the kit would be a Scotch lock.
Yeah.
And when you go to ARB or an OEM, they pretty well use them.
Really? They use a Scotch lock for that. See, that's pretty wild because they're a little bit too dodgy for me, the old Scotch lock.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
That is
I've-
bad.
When you see
It's
them,
dodgy for you.
when you see them used, I've seen them like way back when I was a bit younger. But yeah, you don't see too many of them nowadays.
Yeah, they're
You
all
still,
over
you can still buy them. Same thing. You get the kits. They come with those sort of things. Scotch locks.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always a joke.
Yeah, right.
You know why I don't like them? Because they're all over my car and they've failed more than anything else. Well, this thing, mate, she won't let you down. Get on it.
Hit the roof as it
Hit
goes.
the roof, this baby.
There we go.
Oh, that's it for them.
Yeah. Unless you got anything wild to bring up that sort of sparks your memory with this sort of shit.
Now, the most ridiculous tool we got is just a cordless inch gun.
Cordless inch gun.
Yeah, it's like, it is ridiculous, but it does come in handy when you're undoing big bolts.
Ah, righto.
That you
Inch gun.
An inch gun, yeah, inch drive.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Righto. Yep. I'm
Big
with you.
bastard, good to go.
Mm. So you don't want to take an air compressor down and run an air line, have all the noise.
Fucking chugga, 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 chugga.
Yeah, all the ugga-duggers, as they say.
Oh, yeah, you got to get them ugga duggers, mate.
Yeah, we got the cordless ones now. Milwaukee make that too, so...
Good brand, eh?
Yeah, I dare say DeWalt and Makita and all them
Where's
bastards.
your Milwaukee shirt? I feel like you should have one on.
Well, like you were saying about ridiculous tools, yeah, so everyone knows, Milwaukee, I buy a lot of that. So when they had that meme going around, or that photo with the Milwaukee dildo,
Oh yeah,
That was-
you got
that
two of
that
them.
was probably like everyone was proud to send that to me. Like, you've got to have one of these. And it's like, I wish I had one just to have it and go, yeah, I've got one, boys. Get that up, yeah.
Fucking best
Get
tool
that
I
up.
bought.
Fuck it up.
Never lets me down.
Never.
Get you through a night shift for this one.
That's what chipped me tooth.
Or we might have a break for beers again.
Go
Eh?
for a beer.
So if you've got like a stressful life, it's the go.
Yeah, smoke some weed. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
right.
you have trouble sleeping, smoke some weed.
Anxiety, all that stuff.
Yep.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing with the anxiety is you don't want to go anywhere. Because if you go out
UFOs
everywhere,
will
you
get
sit
ya.
there and you're like, fuck, they know. Oh, I'm gonna get caught here. That paranoia can kick in pretty good.
That's what we'll talk about the other day was those benzodiazepine. That's in that Xanax or there's a Xanax and another one that make it. It's for anxiety, but it makes you really mellow. It's like weed does that to you, but these Xanaxes and
Like a tranquilized horse.
yeah, well, not
Just
so
fuck.
much. It
So
doesn't
it's like the
doesn't
natural way and the chemist way, and that's the
Yeah.
chemist
Yeah.
way.
Can't
Yeah.
trade
Yeah.
them.
Oh, we're back from beers too.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Oh, I don't even know how we got on this subject. But we're talking about weed and the effects of it.
Yeah, so there was a fella I was having a yarn to. He told us, like, I've always been intrigued on how to get the THC, boil it and make the oil. And like probably do a bit of Google and that, and it doesn't really, because you got to waste a lot of the product to get so little of the extract, as you say.
Highly refined sort of setup.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he does it. This fellow I was talking to, he's like, you get a big pot of water, you put your weed or your buds and all your chopped up shit into a glass jar with butter.
You're basically reducing it.
Yeah, and then get your water boiling. Then you put your bottle with the weed chopped up with the butter in the bottle, and then put it into the boiling water.
So it's like the butter catches the steam, and
then so then you get it out and it's a liquid, all nice and boiled up and combined, as you say. Tip it out, strain it, and then it turns back into butter,
Yeah.
and then you can use it to cook with.
My mother-in-law, man. My mother-in-law does primo butter. It is awesome. I've
I
had
thought Primo was ham.
Thai fritters, chocolate muffins, chocolate cookies. You know,
Yeah.
it's magic.
But
It is magic.
to be able to do it in a legal sense is when you
Yeah.
do make the product, you have to be able to know exactly how much you put into each individual item.
Yep.
Because
Like-
it's
you
so
gotta get
like
Well,
the
strength.
food packaging on the you've
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
the
righto.
thing on the
And
back of it.
smoking it and eating it is
yeah, it's two different things.
effects. So when you eat it, you get more of a
Stone,
body stone.
yeah. I
When
haven't
you
ate
smoke
it yet.
it's more of a head stone.
Body stone.
Body stone.
Is
So
that
you're-
just when you
you're
can't
very-
move?
Yeah, you're just very mellow, man. Very mellow. You just
It's a
kick
veggie.
back and it's
You're
awesome.
literally from the shoulder.
Oh, right. Do you have to do it?
You can't do it from the hand. It's just the shoulder because
Yeah.
you're relaxed.
No, it is. It's good. It is good.
Yeah, I haven't tried the food
Butter and
product.
that. Yeah,
yeah.
no, I got to have a
But
go,
you-
man.
they-
It's completely different.
Old mate told us how to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, I'm
Only
gonna have to
trouble is,
give it a
man,
go.
fucking stinks.
Does it?
Oh,
True.
your entire house, your neighbours would smell it, mate. Anyone walking down the street would smell it. It reeks.
Yeah, right.
There's no hiding it, eh?
No, there's no hiding it.
So do it outside more than inside.
Do it at
Well,
someone else's house.
I'd probably be more inclined to do it inside because if you did it outside, I think the old neighbour would know what's going on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
but
so-
it is
Fucking,
good. It is good.
I reckon it's good for a lot of shit, like all them oils and shit like that,
yeah,
for people
yeah.
with joint pain
Yep.
and fucking all that sort of shit.
Definitely. Made me a bit of parent, I reckon.
Very patient.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
kids,
does,
went,
man, it
kids went
does.
to bed quicker.
Yeah, you just
Have
drops
this
you
cookie.
down that level, and you can just deal with so much more.
House is on
A lot
fire,
easier.
Handy doesn't give a
You thought he
fuck.
gave the kids?
Yeah.
Andy hasn't heard of Finnegan.
I always wanted to try it, but I was
The
never
old
allowed.
The old wives' tales and nip of brandy. Now we've updated it.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going.
What about the the different effects that the drugs have on people. You mentioned Phenergan. I remember when I was a kid, well, I don't remember, Mum told me because I can't remember fucking last week, but she gave me and my sister Phenergan. I think we were living in bloody Cloncurry at the time and we were going for a trip to the Big Smoke Rocky. So it was just a fucking long trip, long car trip. And gave us Phenergan because all her friends had told her, yep, give this to your kids and it'll knock them out. My sister, I think it was my sister, was just out and I was bouncing off the walls the whole time. It just had the opposite effect on me.
Just give you some more.
Yeah.
He's a dopey prick already, so.
Yeah. It's like the ADD thing. If you have Ritalin, it's like what your body's missing and it gives you the supplement to have it, but it's always works opposite on people that already have that.
And they use that for study drugs, don't they?
Yeah, Ritalin's like the soccer mum drug. So like, if your kids
Adderall and all that sort of
Adderall.
shit.
You can't get Adderall in Australia. It'd be good to give that a go.
I've heard, watched a few Netflix documentaries and shit. They reckon it's crazy.
Yeah, that's that Xanax and all that. That's all on them Netflix shows.
It's crazy how it works. Like you're saying, you give it to someone who's got heaps of it. It's like rubbing two magnets together. It fucking just doesn't work.
Yep.
Push each other away.
What about Valium? You had Valium?
That's the same thing.
Is it? I've never had Valium or anything. I'd love to have a go at it.
Xanax and Valium.
Yeah,
That's the benzodiazepine the drug.
Yep.
Just different manufacturer.
Yeah, right.
It's like Coles and Woolies brand.
Pretty well. When you go into the chemist and they're like, generic or brand?
Yeah,
You're like, give me the generic.
I'll have the Cottrell. Brand names only. Have you got any Snap-on?
Walk out there hiding your packet of drugs.
Hope the boys don't see me.
Yeah,
I'm buying generic.
I'm on the generic Voltaren this week. I can't hand them out.
You mustn't be real sick then, mate.
Xanax, Valium.
Yep, all the same stuff.
Yeah,
righto.
It wouldn't be. I think you have to get it prescribed to you nowadays. But
Fucking oath. Well, my last little fucking Harley again, bastard. My last little fitter thing I got for you is your company name. Can you explain to me what that is, what it means, how you come up with it?
Yeah, so when we established the business, we went and become a company. So you have to have a name for that, which is our daughter's name. And then obviously you get an ACN number, which then owns the ABN number.
Ah, right.
So you either just trade under your company name or use your ABN number name that you can establish as well.
Yep.
So the accountant said to us at the time, he's like, look, you won't be doing too much, for the public. Just make it short and sweet and what everyone, people can remember.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, something that doesn't tie into one sort of discipline. You can use it, if you want to tomorrow you become an auto sparky and downgrade yourself or stuff like that.
You're making yourself an entity.
Yeah, very
not
well.
Not tying yourself down. Yeah,
yep.
I like it.
Well, there was a song playing, that I got bitches all on my dick. Yeah, that song?
Oh, I know it well.
It's a great old pastime.
The song, yeah.
Should be the national anthem. Change it to that. Anyway, but the band name is A2M. And I was like, oh, A2M. Yeah, it's a bit of a piss take on a bit of arse to mouth as well. So that's how...
bit of arse to mouth, mate,
yeah, the name come about. And now that everyone asks me, like, oh, what does A2M stand for? And it's like, well, it's arse to mouth,
Obviously, it's got to be.
It's a great sexual act that you probably want to do it to your missus, but your missus don't want to do it to you. So,
so did the employer out at BMA? Did they ask you?
Oh, see, when you deal in those sort of, you use your ACN number.
Oh, so
they get my company number.
Yep.
Or my company name, whereas this is my ABN name.
Yeah, right.
Well, you know it, you rock up out there with your little bloody. What do you call it? Gold Coast
Cobra.
Gold Coast Cobra.
Start handing them out, mate. Yeah.
See, I imagine that hat as what someone would wear sitting around a fucking billabong somewhere boiling a billy.
Yeah, the old corks hanging off the fucking, the kid flies away. Go to the polo cross or something in Rocky, mate. Or the, one of those Culligan Park race. Oh, they're everywhere. Blokes are wearing them more than women.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what these bloody young fellas get up to these days, but wearing women's hats around.
And you make them.
I was going to say, I got that involved. I had to buy a heat and put me business name on them. Get it out there.
Whatever sells, eh?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Get a bit of ass to mouth out there.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Bloody oath.
Yeah, so I don't really. It's obviously my call sign on my ute, A2M. You know, calling onto the circuit. Yeah, A2M coming on.
Yeah.
You sort of get the.
You've got your ute pretty decked out. Like, someone was telling me you got love hearts on it somewhere. Are they like plasma cut into something?
Into the panel at the back, yeah. So there's a little door at the back that swings in between toolboxes.
Oh, your back door's a love heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I normally say that's just a little love tunnel, or you go from site to site, so you're just spreading the love around or something.
Yeah.
Just brings a little bit of cheer, you know,
Bit of joy.
Yeah, that's right. Most places you go to nowadays, everyone's sort of like down the mouth, and so if you spread a bit of love around, that
Got to make it interesting.
it picks
Bit
the
of a
old spirit
fucking
up.
morale booster.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
It's always a good thing to go to different sites, or you know, you go a lot of people that you meet, and most people just hate their job or hate this, and so you just get in there and say, so it's not all that bad, mate. Like,
Yeah, you got to do it, eh?
yeah,
If you don't laugh, you cry, don't you?
there's a lot of crying people out there.
So is it like what's the most negative side you've been to?
Ooh, for morale.
Morale, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, there is some bad ones out there. Like, I don't want to say too many names, but there's been a couple of pits that I've had a lot to do with, and you sort of get around, and a lot of like not backstabbing, but real toxic.
Toxic. Yeah. Okay.
Whereas, like, even though you think you're working with somebody, you know, your workmates, you do a lot of time with them, but they'll just dob you in like there's nothing.
Yeah, right. People trying to climb the ladder, stepping on others together.
No good, eh?
Nah, and it's getting worse because obviously there's a skill shortage, and I don't know why people would be scared to lose their jobs anywhere, but
At the moment,
Especially at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, it's not dog eat dog by any means. It makes you wonder
shouldn't be, but it is.
So the going out by yourself, it's something you've had lined up for a while.
Yeah,
Like,
so when I was at Gillenbar doing the fitting thing there, the person that I subcontract to, they came and did a lot of shutdowns at work at Gillenbar for all the excavators there. And yeah, he approached us at one point in time and said, look, we got an excavator going in at Billawheeler, and why don't you come work for me? And I was like, oh, you know, everyone's got it pretty good at Gillenbar. You'd never leave this joint. So that was 2017 is when I started just on my days off, go to Billow 1 day a week on my days off and look after that. They had 8,000 there. But a backhoe, shovel arrangement.
Well, they'd keep you busy, them things, from what I know about them.
Yeah, the only orange lemon in existence. I reckon.
Yeah, well, BMA's got one now, but I don't get to touch it because it's a downer excavator. But yeah, so I started doing that, and that's where it kicked off from there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been good. A lot of, like I said, was always just Gillenbar. It's just the best place. And all your mates are still there. Then you go out and start meeting a few people, talking. It's very interesting. Broadens your horizons.
Yep.
It's not
definitely.
the only place.
Nah, it's not. Definitely not.
There's greener grass in other places sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's like a lot of people ask me, like, oh, you know, why'd you leave? And it's the best way to explain it is you look at, you know, Handy's probably got the most fucking, you know, top woman, but, you know, he'd be sick of her shit.
Oh, the prettiest Sheila. Someone somewhere sick of this shit.
You look at that beautiful blonde fucking 10 out of 10 and you just think, you know what, as good as she looks, there'd be someone out there that's just fucking sick of her shit.
More power to you, mate. Bloody
Having
a go.
I probably got the better start than most people would ever expect because, like you said, I was doing it beforehand instead of having to quit and then go cold turkey straight.
Sort of eased into it.
Yeah, pretty well.
What do you reckon you could tell people that are looking to go and be their own boss, basically?
Yeah, it's not for everyone really because at the moment there's a lot of work out there, especially in the mining industry. But it'll quieten down one day, and hopefully, if you do go out and have a chop at it, you can establish yourself. You know, good morale, good good work ethic will always establish yourself somewhere.
Get
so
a good name.
pretty
sort
well,
of thing.
pretty well. Yeah.
Reputation's everything, isn't
You know,
it?
keep it short and sweet, and everyone will remember it.
Yep,
be
A
right.
to M.
A to M. Yeah, just don't
On the
mention.
tip of everyone's tongue.
Don't mention my name though. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of cost outlays really as a
At
contract
the,
fitter.
Yeah, at the moment. So 2017. By 2018 come around, that's when I bought my ute and got it all decked out, and there's just a Hilux, extra cab, tray, toolboxes, and I think it was 90,000 outlay for that.
Yeah.
But now, like people, if you get a Land Cruiser, you know,
They're fucking more expensive
at
now.
the moment, it's the
Yeah.
weight on them, let alone like just the weight's the killer, because time is money when you need your ute to be able to get to site and do your work. It's isn't a tool necessarily.
Yeah. And then you on the tools.
Yeah.
If you aren't decking your toolbox out with whatever shit Mark buys, actually some good stuff.
Shoulder sleeve, get on it.
By the looks of it, Mark would have to get a fucking MPR 300, one of them Isuzu trucks.
Fucking oath.
Just to haul around all the shit.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Well, he does have an Isuzu.
A trailer as well for when your car breaks down too, so that's good.
Oh, so if it breaks down, you got that fucking electric jack that'll get a...
Yeah, she's a goer, mate.
They're all fucking 3-in-1.
Whenever, because I got an old Holden, whenever I'm driving it around, in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, you're driving up over a ridge and you see like this big long valley, fucking beautiful. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the spots I can pull over if this thing shits itself. Where is the easiest to get off the road here if she fucking conks out?
Well, fuck, New South Wales government, mate, take that into account, because you go down the inland road from Queensland to Victoria and they got a lot of pullover lanes.
Ah, the old pull-off lane. She's a go.
You come up to Queensland, there's just nothing. It's just straight.
Yeah.
Shit road.
Even the shoulders in
Shit road.
in New South Wales, you cross that border and the shoulder, you could park a full car on the bitumen
Definitely.
beside the road.
Mate, it's just about double lane from Brisbane to Sydney all the
Pretty
way.
well.
And then we got to travel from Brizzy to fucking Cairns on the shittiest fucking highway you've ever seen. And no wonder why the road toll's so high.
They're doing a lot of work at the back at Marlborough. You know, cut through there.
Around
you
that
get-
mono sort of area.
Yeah, Monto. Montau. Montau. So you go up that old Marlborough Highway. You got to go up over that fucking range or whatever it's called, and they're doing a lot of work because the wind farm's going up there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of traffic signs, stop goes, blah blah blah. And the other day when I was coming home, there's one car that was like always doing the you got to follow him type thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
The old escort.
yeah, it's like, fuck, man, there's like two people here. Like, just park it up. Like, can't you just sit there and push the button? You've got to do this. And then you go back the next week and there's no car. It's like, oh, fuck, what a relief. They're just on the light. You get up to the top of the range and there's a light there, and it's like, fuck. So I was near last week. And you look over the side and here's this fucking escort car, all still full of signs and everything. He's just driven straight
off
over
the edge.
straight off the edge. It should be about a 15-metre drop, and here's old mate down there. It's like, wow.
Yeah, follow me.
Now they got about 4 stop and goes instead of just the one. The old mate's just touring around.
Fucking here I am looking down on an escort.
Not again. Brought back a few bad memories. Yeah, poor bastard. He had a bit of a go bad there, but stopped me from hanging shit on him for the rest of the month.
Good on him.
They reckon, in the built-up areas anyway, the old stop-go. It's a fucking shocking sort of a job. Like, they just cop it. I've heard in the cities and that, the motorists don't like being held up.
Oh, yeah.
They get spat on, yelled at, like it's their fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they organise the roadworks and that sort of shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, comes with the territory, man, I imagine.
3-day course, that, isn't it? Stop go.
Yeah, I think so.
They probably got a sign like something to say, we waive all
Rights.
rights. If you get flogged on the job,
You're just going to get hammered, mate.
you can't sue us.
They give you a stop go and a white flag. Just wave that and you're in
I think
trouble.
someone was just up the escort and he's fucking, this is the easy way out off the side.
Hard left hand down, brother.
Old mate's behind him flashing like, hey, what are you doing, mate? Boy?
I'm coming in hot.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
I remember my sister telling me at some of those stop go lights, she was on her way to Brisbane or something, stopped at the stoplight in middle of the morning because she was trying to get a head start, so she made it to Brisbane for sunrise sort of thing. And anyway, woke up 3 hours after stopping. Yep, sitting there on the road, lights green. Don't know how many cars overtook her, but
well, there's a good yarn. You remember when they obviously do a lot of upgrades to the Gillenbart Hall Road?
Yeah.
There was a particular serviceman there one stage. He was in front of us, coming off night shift it was. Anyway, we stopped there, and because they were unmanned, they were always timed. Like, she was a lengthy time. And we're sitting there, we're like, we weren't even thinking about nothing really, just, a bit of a yarn. The old light goes green, sitting there waiting for old mate to shove off, and he must have been absolutely conked out. So we just crept around, ran off into the fucking horizon for us. Look back and he's still there.
That's gold. Funny you bring up them stop go lights. I was talking to a bloke there the other day that actually was one of the stop and go people there. He'd have his ute parked up, umbrella off to the end of it, have the little button. All he'd have to do is press the button. So he hoon up there, and he reckons he's sitting there staring at the sky one day, looking at all the clouds, and this fella walks over there and taps you on the shoulder. Hey mate, are we right to go or what? And he goes, oh fuck, oh yeah, right. And he's sitting there for a good half hour just staring at the fucking sky. Someone had to get out of their car, walk over to him and be like, oi mate, what's going on here? No one's going on.
Tough gig.
Oh shit.
The hardest bit about your job was remembering the red jar of the last car coming through.
He was probably actually wondering why there was half a fucking moon in the sky when the sun was right next to it.
Dead right.
Hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that?
He probably got caught on that question, I reckon.
I think we all have.
Nah, it's flat Earth, mate. 100% flat Earth.
100%.
I heard, and I've spat this out at old mate because the flat Earth stuff come up when this question was posed at me.
Yep.
And I heard a good one for them. They reckon get all the flat earthers together
And slap them.
Yeah, slap them. No, send them on a race. A race. The first one that can find the edge wins, and they win $1 million. And
So
just
like-
fucking
kinda
send
like-
them off.
The Amazing Race, but for flat
Flat
earthers.
earthers.
Yeah,
You
flat
send it
earthers,
out.
amazing race.
We
Yeah.
should do that. We should send out invites all around the globe.
Yeah.
All the flat earthers come out.
around the globe.
I guess
That'd actually make good TV. They'd yeah, we're coming to it. Niagara Falls. Oh no, there's something at the
it'd
bottom.
be the race that'd never end, wouldn't it?
The never-ending story.
Yeah, just go on and on.
But just the defeat in their faces when they think they'd made it and they hadn't. It'd be fucking worth it.
Eventually, they'd make it back to the start.
There was that on that Netflix same thing about the flat Earth. There was a series on that or a documentary, and there they did the old whatever the curvature of the Earth is so many degrees over however many miles and blah blah. You should be able to. It's meant to be measurable, so you can put a laser to go straight. If you had the laser straight at this point, by the time you're like 6 miles away, the laser would be like 4 meters higher than what it was at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of their experiments. They went off at this lake or this wherever they knew it was a vast length of land to do this experiment. And it was in the credits part, so it was like a bit of a G up. Like they did this whole good documentary about how old mate's like, it's flat.
He wins.
You fucking have been lying to us for years.
Yep.
It got to the end, they showed this little bit, like it was a bit of a smack in the face type thing, you could see that it was dropping. And old mate's just like, we mustn't be able to do it. Like, why don't you just drop it a little bit and had all these poor excuses come up? Then he's like, we probably should just cut now. Cut.
Stop blowing holes in my
Abort.
ship.
And they also had some other fancy thing. They had a group buy it, $20,000 it was for this, like a gyrometer, like those gyros. So the Earth rotates at 6 degrees every minute or whatever it is to be 24 hours in a rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, they've bought this. It's meant to be stationary, but they were getting the degrees in this little thing recorded. And he's like, well, you know what it is? It's the firmament. This is refracting off that, the electromagnetics.
Atmospheric pressure.
It's bloody
So he had an
atmospheric
answer
pressure.
for
It's playing with me. You beat me to it. I was leading into that. But it's just frazzled me bloody gauge here. And so then they went and like put lead around it and all these other metals.
Oh, like a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, pretty well to try and stop it from actually reading the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah.
It's quite.
You can create an echo chamber if you really want to, can't you?
It's a lot of people that believe in it.
Mm.
I don't know why. Seriously, like
If you look at
fucking hell.
some of their arguments are pretty good. I like some of them.
Believable.
Like what you
Yeah.
just brought up about how the sun's next to the moon and there's still only half of
Well,
moon.
that's still got me fucked. I'm not thinking. I'm not going on the flat earthers side. But
Oh.
how the fuck does that happen?
Maybe that could be your next phone call, mate. To an astrologer or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Find out what the
Sounds
go
good.
is.
I'm gonna find an astrologer.
Chase up old fucking dark matter, mate. He'll be able to tell you.
Oh,
Rum.
rum. Yeah.
Chase him up.
Yep. He'll
Or,
know. Yeah.
Fucked
no.
if he's had that bloke.
Yeah,
Still delivering pizzas on Uber, that bastard.
yeah. You're possessed. You're seeing things, mate.
And on that, I reckon we should grab another beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Beer
good to
time.
me.
Yep. So we're back from beers, and Rorno was going to tell us some of the flat earthers' stories, the arguments.
Yeah, so it takes a bit of understanding of how the universe obviously works.
Oh, we got time.
Righto, Ryan Hawking.
I wish I was as rich as him.
He's dead.
Oh.
His wheelchair had cool
Steven,
wheels.
mate. Steven. Not Ryan. Steven.
Ryan.
Oh,
Fact-
fact checker. My bad.
Calm
I'll
down,
just
fact
say-
There we go, hook, line and sinker. He really staunched you on that one.
I'll
mate.
just have another fucking drink of beer.
He wasn't letting that one pass. That was a fucking big no.
The old gatekeeper will get you.
Rog. My bad.
Yeah, so like obviously we live on Earth and it rotates around the sun, but then that's a solar system. So then it rotates around, bigger solar systems and whatnot.
Milky Ways and fucking everything's got its own orbit.
Yeah, all that, and forever our whole solar system's spiraling through the never-ending universe, the abyss as they call it. Like if you were to shoot a light into space, and if it doesn't come back, it would just keep going forever and ever and ever until it had something to
Bounce back at you. And
So-
then it'd take forever to come back.
It's like a lot of deep thoughts go into this.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to put the playing field down for the flat Earth argument.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, we were spiraling around all the abysses and all that. Why is it that every night for eons the same constellation of stars,
You see the same shit.
the same stars are in the sky?
Yeah. Because they're not even the stars from your solar system, are they?
No, well they're meant to be in the
Everything.
space, the
See,
deep that we're constantly moving through on a spiraling, not out of control, but
but we can only see the stars from the Milky Way, can't we? Because there's other,
No, the Milky Way is
Universes
a
in that.
collection of stars.
yeah.
so you look at
Oh, you're
if you have a
right,
really dark night, you can actually see the Milky Way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to South Australia and I'd heard stories and shit like that. Oh, the stars out there, but fuck you feel small and insignificant, even more so than I am. And you look up and you go, holy fucking shit. You can see the waves, everything. Ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of their more gets you thinking, more better argument. Like, why are the stars in the same spot every night?
I know they have changed over the thousands of years. Heard of like all the temples they used to build back in the day
Yeah.
face the particular direction of this one particular star.
Face the sun on the summer solstice and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, but no, there was some of them. I can't remember where it
pyramids.
was.
Yeah.
The pyramids were built under the like the.
Are they under stars?
Yeah, and they're still under stars.
Oh, are they still in?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, the one I'm thinking of, I don't know where it is exactly, but they face the entry of them towards this particular star.
Okay.
And they can line up whenever particular temples were built on this country.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's like 17 temples and they're all the directions of the openings sort of vary a little bit, and it's because they change throughout the years. So they reckon that, but not that star isn't completely obliterated from view now. It's still there. So
it's crazy, isn't it?
yeah.
So that's a good one.
There is
Makes you think.
there's other ones that you read about and it makes sense, but then there's also the to and fro of the argument. It's like if a plane was to take off and the Earth rotates at like 500 k's an hour or whatever it is, I don't know exactly. Get the fact checker in here.
Yeah.
And if the planes are flying against the Earth's rotation, then the plane shouldn't go anyway.
Yeah, I get you.
But like the argument for that is because it's within this
Within the atmosphere.
I just don't think it rotates that quick, mate.
Well, because it's within the atmosphere, it's like you're on a train and you throw a tennis ball and you can catch it.
Yeah.
But if you hold your hand outside the train and you throw the tennis ball, then it will fucking.
Because you're on the object that's in motion, so everything is in motion in there.
So you're in the atmosphere of it.
That's that Sir Isaac Newton's law of relativity.
That's where every old apple
action
hit him on the head.
Yeah, that every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
Bloody oath.
Fucking hell.
Get that in you.
Yeah.
Who said fitters aren't smart?
Yeah. Get that Milwaukee deep.
Chip a few more teeth here. So. Not even on the runs yet.
Well, since you're in deep thought, I'll throw one of our set questions at you for any guests that's come on. We've got a few set questions.
Mm-hmm.
And one I normally like to ask is, what would you have told yourself when you were younger?
Yeah, that's a hard one, eh? Because, like, you'd only ever tell yourself to do something different if you regret doing something.
Yeah, I know. And things that you do wrong, I suppose, are learning anyway. So you always get something from.
It's probably like if you was to give advice to somebody else, which would probably be, in retrospect, I've given it to myself, would be.
You give it to yourself often?
Oh, I do, yeah. I've got it. There's a lot of
Milwaukee
days.
battery tools and all for that.
I was going to say, there's a lot of days you got to keep yourself in check.
Give yourself a smack around the ear.
Yeah, definitely. There's no one else that's going to do it.
Camp life.
But no, it'll be probably, always not so much be true to yourself, but yeah, like you said, if you do make a mistake, you got to learn from it. That's one thing. If you don't learn from the mistake, then you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And I like to run the old the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome.
Exactly.
So it's like not to make sure that you don't get wrapped up into that, trying to do something but doing the same thing to get you there.
Yeah. Because they say if you fail, try again.
Yeah.
But it's sort of if you fail, don't try the same thing again.
Same thing again. Yeah.
Figure out what went wrong.
Work out what went wrong and change what did go wrong, and maybe you get success after that.
Yep.
So, first drink. What was it? How old? Big story to it, or
nah, not really.
No?
I was quite a late drinker. I was a bit of a bit of an insane kid, but nothing real alcoholic like that. Because I grew up out in a country town, little Bajul there, so you're always around adults because there was not many kids. But
so first beer at 13.
Yeah, pretty well. It was like 14 or something. It was like mid-strength.
Yeah, boy, have one of these.
It was a mid-strength. Yeah, the old red tins. Nothing too crazy. The 18's got a bit out of hand. That was out there as well.
Yep.
I didn't make the bus to go into town for kick-ons.
For your celebration.
For the celebration.
You weren't at your own after party.
Yeah, pretty well. Everyone else went and, done the 18-year-old thing. Yeah, first time out on the town.
Yeah.
And you didn't make it.
No, I didn't make it at all.
How does one go out on the town in Bajul?
You got to get a bus.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Pile everyone on the bus and take them into Rocky. So by the time you even get there, you're waking half the patrons up like, "Come on, mate, fucking, it's only been a 40-minute drive and everyone's paralytic."
What, do you have a little hole in the back of the bus for have a piss while you're driving, or
Oh, we've been on a few bucks parties for that exact scenario, and
what? Yep.
I don't know. Look around here, but you probably don't have one of those little miniature wheelie bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just pissed into that. It was Rocky to Airlie Beach Bucks party, and
Yep.
she was probably about 9 blokes deep in the bus, and
It's the worst bit about a pub
it
crawl.
was. Yeah, so
No pisser.
it was a higher bus.
Yep.
So it was the decision whether to just drill a hole through the floor and have the funnel, and then try and cover that hole up after the fact, or one other fella's like, "Oh, I've got this here," and it worked. So
That's not a bad idea, eh?
I think
Yeah.
we
It does the job.
I
It
think
does
we
the
got
job.
to like Mackay or somewhere. Yeah, had to pull up,
Empty it.
fucking empty it out, and it wasn't very graceful. It was like pull into the servo, getting fuel,
Running out over the concrete.
The old bucket full of piss.
bus up, and they just went boot. This wheelie bin just falls over. There's just piss everywhere.
It would have looked like diesel from a distance too, wouldn't it?
Oh, by the time you hit the top crust, she was nice and hydrated. It was,
Oh,
you're sinking in the bottom. You're pretty desperate.
fucking hell.
There was no piss cake that would have taken that scent away. I can tell you now.
Unreal.
Yeah, so that would have been my first drink. The old Midi
Yep.
red tin.
Mid strength, yeah.
Beautiful.
Bit of a new one for you. We haven't actually asked anyone this, but what do you reckon your spirit animal would be?
Spirit. I've actually got it tattooed on me.
I'll be fucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got the old wolf.
The old wolf.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Fucking, I'm the leader of my wolf pack.
Ah, right. Good on you, Alan.
It's like Alan. Yeah. Is that why you run the beard?
Yeah, shit. On my beard's a bit shitter. It's like real white trash up here in the cheeks.
In the cheeks.
The red cheek.
Yeah, the lion, eh? I thought it would have been a rhino.
Wolf.
Wolf.
No, I'm
Yeah,
the wolf.
no, you're
Oh, the
lying.
wolf.
Yeah,
The
you're
wolf.
lying, mate.
It's
the
wolf. It's close, mate. They got 4 legs.
Yeah, get him, Andy. Get him.
And they growl.
Well, actually, whenever I've gone to Mackay she doesn't actually live there anymore, but to visit my sister.
Yep.
There's this vet there, and I always think of you when I go past this vet because the picture of the animal, to associate that it's a vet is a fucking rhino. Thought, why the fuck would they pick a rhino as their animal
Well, dare say
for
if
their
I-
business?
If I ever got in trouble, I'd probably have to go to a vet. No.
Treat everything there.
Let them know they're diverse, I suppose, too.
You got a rhino, we'll fix it
We'll
up.
fix it, yeah.
Yeah, we'll fix it up.
That's a
We
good
will
mark-
do
that's a good-
anything.
Good marketing scheme. So
Yeah.
you're thinking about it.
Yeah. A2M, get on it.
What do you, on the same tattoo on the leg there? You got what's that? A ram of some sort? Is it?
Yeah, so that every animal character there's a Chinese New Year symbol for each member of my family's
Oh, right.
year. So there's my young fella's the ram, my daughter's the snake, and me and my wife are the dragon.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, and we just had a new one that was 2021, so she's 2. Yeah, I think it might have been the rabbit or the rat.
Year of the rabbit now, so it would have been the
rat.
rat.
Yeah.
Oh, when was the ox? Was that before that?
Mm.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I've got another tattoo now of the rat somewhere on my fucking leg.
It's a big leg too, mate.
I know.
It'll take a while to find it.
Well, up here I had surgery there when I was a young fella, and that little bit there, I'll tell you what, probably one of the worst pains
You're a
I've
bit
ever.
tender.
Just below the knee.
Oh,
Just on the scar.
Oh, yeah.
They reckon you're not meant to feel it, and I was going up there, and I'm laying down. I'm like, I started grabbing my leg, and she's like, "Can you feel that?" I'm like, "Yes, it's very nasty."
I find it's
very nasty. Listen to you nice bastard.
It's different for everyone, the tattoos, because I've been told lots of different things. I reckon across the wrists, in the inside of your arm, like opposite the elbow. Mine was up the collarbone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they got to my shoulder and around my collarbone, it just felt like it was going to jump out of my skin.
Anywhere close to bone.
Yeah.
Close to bone, or well, that down on the wrist, that hurt.
Yeah, well, that
It
didn't.
felt like someone was trying to cut my wrist with a butter
Well, I
knife.
got a big, dark one there and it didn't hurt
Didn't
at
feel
all.
it? Yeah,
No,
no, that
not on
hurt.
me, but the
I-
collarbone was shit.
I often think it's like how long. So at what point and of where they're finishing that is where it hurts the most, because like when
We're
they
getting near the end.
when they start, they're like, yep, it's all good, but it's the part of the body where they're gonna finish on is like, fuck, that is just starting to hurt and really annoy me.
Because eventually you go numb, mate.
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
go numb, and it's just like, oh yeah. But
It's
then when
just
they start
anno-
on a fresh bit, you're like, ooh.
It's annoying as anything. That's probably well. I got a mate that's tattooed his old fella.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
He's-
He's dad.
God bless him. He hates it. No.
oh, how had that go?
Yeah, so he reckons it didn't hurt at all. He's
Yeah.
got a fair old schlong on him. He's
What, do you get a ruler on there or something?
no,
Or Pinocchio?
$100 bill. See how quick the
Blow
females
some
can
money.
blow it. No, he actually got live to ride.
Live to ride,
Live
eh?
to ride.
On his old fella.
Yeah.
What are we talking? Times New Roman size 16 or what?
Comic Sans MS.
Did they,
Font 21 bold and italic.
did they allow for the
Fucking
growth?
Nah.
No.
So I think they had to get like a bit of a semi chub going for
Oh,
him
you had to
for him
make it angry.
handle
It'd be hard to
Yeah,
It
he's
would be.
sustain while he's getting
You'd have to.
tattooed, wouldn't it?
Just stretch it out, put it in a vice.
Yeah. How do you go?
Couple
you
of
just
pills
gotta-
of Viagra
You
and
got to
get
half
up.
chub up so we can do it. But
Yeah.
you got to sustain it while we're
going.
tattooing you. Yeah.
So is
fuck
it
does
bloke or a Sheila tattooist?
I'm not too sure. I've never asked that question really. I'm hoping it's a bloke. You know, for
Just to make
argument-
it more
for argument's
uncomfortable.
Bloke
yeah.
tattooing him and a Sheila over the back knocking herself off. He's like, well, halfway.
Yeah, she had my Milwaukee fucking dildo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, so he was away on a trip somewhere, and I think it started as a bit of a dare, like you won't.
And he fucking did.
Yeah, got lived the ride. And I'm pretty sure if I was to ring him right now, get him on FaceTime,
He'd
would
slop her out.
He would be proud
Yeah.
to
Check
flop
it,
it
have a
out.
look, have a look.
I've done it many times.
What's the
before.
point of getting a tattoo if you can't see it, I suppose?
That's exactly
Says
right.
me, what? Pretty clean here, mate. You don't see any bumper stickers on a Ferrari, do you? Speaking about Ferraris, mate, my little set question I like to ask our people who come on here is, what was your first car?
First car, yeah, I was pretty lucky.
That'd have to be a Commodore, mate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when I was 16.
VB?
Yep.
VC? VB.
VB.
Yeah, I had a VB SLE.
Yeah, oh, mine wasn't. She was an SL.
Yeah.
But yeah, 1978.
Yeah, I had the 79
Yeah,
model.
1978 VB SL.
Did you go right, eh?
What
Yeah.
colour?
It was the brown, the poo brown.
Poo brown with the poo brown interior,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
baby ship brown interior.
No, it had like so at work the Caterpillar like early trucks, all them 777s
Yeah.
had that
Yep,
like
yep.
that creamy.
Yep.
So you
Creamy gold.
Yeah,
sorta.
yeah. Take the
Yeah.
graddle cans home. I could
Yeah.
redo me dash. You know, it was brilliant. Back when I was an apprentice, full of
Beautiful.
go out there on a Thursday night, fucking put a new dash in.
Yeah. Right. Was it the 6 or the 8?
I had a 253 in it,
253, yeah.
and
yeah.
it had a Supra 5-speed in it.
Yeah. Nice.
Can I they go right
Nice.
too?
9-inch differenter.
Bit of a weapon, eh?
Yeah, it crashed it at Bernarby.
Oh,
Yeah, rolled it twice on the track down there.
and
What-
lived
what
to tell
happened,
the
mate?
tale.
What happened?
There was apparently the car in front of us had dropped transmission oil.
Yeah, had a bit of a slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top gear
Yep.
all the way. Hit the wall halfway. I think it took 5 meters of the wall out, and the car rolled twice
Yep.
on the wall. So I was pretty lucky. Every panel, everything was just fucked on the
Trashed.
car
Yeah.
except the roof. The roof
Yep.
was perfect.
So you flipped the roof.
Yeah, because it rolled on the wall.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky.
Pretty wild, that shit.
And my old man, he found another VB for us. He got a VB SLE this
Yep.
time. And yeah, I think I still had that till about 3 years ago. I sold
How
it.
good are they?
Oh,
They're awesome, eh? They are
one
awesome.
of the best cars. I put a 6 litre in that one, an
Yeah,
LS.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, and that's what I thought you were talking about this whole time, that car, because I remember seeing videos of that thing doing burnouts everywhere.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I crashed the first one. My old man bought me another one.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Yeah. They're a good car.
So one thing we like to do as well, we ask people about their cars, and I also have a book on cars as well. Total Lemons by Tony Davis.
Oh yeah.
She's a beauty, and it's just got someone will make a car and it doesn't quite do what it's meant to, not cracked up to be. Thought it was going to be a big thing, but it wasn't. All that sort of stuff. So the car we got for you tonight is the AMC Pacer.
Pacer.
Feast
Oh.
your eyes, gentlemen.
Oh, jeez.
And I'll tell you a bit of info about it.
What do you reckon that looks like as a comparison to a new car? What are those Mazda 2s?
I was going to say it looks like a
Yeah.
Porsche. Look at the Porsche front end.
Yeah.
Oh, it
you
does
got
look
to
like a
you
Porsche.
actually did have to Porsche this thing quite often. So, marketing textbooks define durable goods as consumer products that are typically over an extended period survive repeat use. The AMC was neither durable nor good. Piece of shit, mate. Surprisingly tight on elbow room, despite having fucking sizable girth, as you can see there. Prone to cooking occupants because 37% of the surface of the car was actually window, as you can see there.
Yeah, it is just, it's got big windows.
And their marketing campaigns were pretty good too. If you, we'll go to the next photo here to have a look at the marketing campaigns.
Oh,
So we got a Sheila here
I
bending down
definitely
in the
would have
dress.
bought one of them.
Jean Charles, I have to Google her later.
Nah. Just to show the rear end.
Yeah.
Yeah, this day and age, fucking internet, mate. You don't know what'll pop up.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, tell you what pops
Probably
up here
big
in a
up a
minute.
bloke.
She's a fucking beauty.
Yeah,
The car as well.
they don't have that anymore in advertisements. I've got one on the wall over there for a bloody Dodge Charger, and it's got the Sheila in there for the ad.
And they reckon
They don't
sex
do
sells.
that anymore, do they?
Not allowed.
I don't think you're allowed.
Got to have a
No.
non-binary fucking Melbourneite who runs a coffee shop with a
Man
top
bun.
bun.
It's got a good rear end.
Yeah. Yeah, the back to the car anyway.
Sorry.
The passenger door was 100mm wider than the driver's side door to try and entice people to get in the passenger side rather than the driver's side, because she was a little buzz box, little two-door thing. It was a fuel guzzler, even though they tried to they're going for the small car market. She was 15 litres over the 100,
Ooh,
so she is terrible.
like a cruiser.
Like a cruiser, but slightly less usable. Slightly. 4.2 litre inline six, or you could have a 5 litre V8.
Fuck, she's
So
a
it would have
dog.
got along all right.
She
then.
would have went
Yeah,
along
it
with
would've
it.
It
worked
looks
well.
pretty
It was-
pretty aerodynamic as
5
well.
litre V8, even with the 4.26 in it.
Yeah.
She would have buzzed along
It
nice.
was 1.4 tonne, though. That small little bastard.
All chassis.
Yeah.
And they actually converted a couple to electric as well to sell.
Electric.
Electric. So they take the motor out, fill it full of batteries, and off you go.
What year was this?
1975. So later on, they did this as an option.
Yep.
They sold 145,000 of them. Not too bad, but they were like notorious lemon. They're actually, if you go to the next photo, here, we'll have a gander. So they're in popular
the Wayne's
culture.
World.
She's the Wayne's World car. So they pop up in popular culture everywhere. It's an amazing piece of kit. And we'll go to the... they're also featured in other movies, such as Cars. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Gene.
You never sent me Cars one.
Double down.
Well, yeah, see, and
That thing would have hammered with a 5 litre in it.
they
Thank
come
you.
up in popular culture in other things, such as the movie Cars. As you can see here, she's a fucking lemon out of Cars. She's a goer. They had a
That's
couple of
right. They had the whole lemon segment in Cars.
any
fuck.
shit car that was around.
Yeah.
Old
Promoting
Rusties.
Rusties,
Yeah.
Rusties.
Medicated bumper ointment. I'll watch it a bit. They had special edition Pacers as well. Like, here you got your upscale market ones and shit like that. They actually had, funnily enough, you wearing that shirt, they had a Levi's edition.
A Levi's edition.
Levi's edition pacer. So it had the Levi's badge and actually had
Denim
jeans
paint.
interior. Fuck.
Denim
So
interior.
you'd be on the seat of your pants because your seat is made of pants.
There you go.
Imagine you stepping out in your double denim. You got the denim jacket on,
It's
denim
a
pants.
it's a double denim car. Look
I'd
at
be
it.
a-
She's blue
I'd
all
be a
over.
fucking sweaty mess, I tell you.
3B, come at me.
Fucking come at you, you reckon.
I'd have to get the old rusties out.
Medicated ass woodman. Get on it.
Holy.
But she's a beauty and fucking lemon as well. So interesting cars, sort of throw it out there.
Yeah, it's actually unfortunate it made that book because going off them photos, I would have bought about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
They age well.
And you'd still have the seats today, mate.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be white though. The cricket whites by now.
Stonewashed denim.
The sun would have hit them that much. It fucking
The new style will get on there. They have tears all in the fucking knee part of it. I reckon.
Comes with holes already in it, mate.
There you got to pay extra.
Yeah.
oh yeah, good.
Another thing that I remember hitting you up about coming on here, and you said to me, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm keen. I'll have to bring some cards along. It's like fucking cards. What are you on about? So you better fill us in what your cards are, mate.
Yeah, so like growing up, I'm an '80s kid, '89. So fuck, I'm 34 this year, getting old now.
Fair dinkum.
You know how we were trying to figure my age out a couple of sessions ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Oh, now you've only just figured this out.
Yeah, I'm 89 as well,
He's
so
just
34.
remembering that. Yeah, he's just
It's
remembering.
fucking getting on in time, but yeah, so collected a lot of Pokemon back in the day, obviously.
Really?
Yeah, with the latest craze and all that. Did a bit of we had a lot of basketball as well back then, but it's a bit of a degenerate thing, really. So the risk versus reward type thing. You buy a box of basketball, hoping to hit something nice. Yeah,
I've still got
Have
them
you-
all, man.
Have
And
you?
the trouble is, I don't think they're worth anything anymore, are they?
they're worth.
Are they?
There's some cards out there that are worth
Yeah,
a lot of
righto.
money.
I've got a full set of. I don't think it's quite a full set of Royal Flair, and I've pinched my brother's set as well. He was into the little bit more upmarket ones
Yeah,
than me,
righto.
so might have to fucking do a bit of googling.
Here we go. We got some Pokemon trading
Yeah,
going.
might do a bit of googling. I didn't get into
Pokemon.
Pokemon, but
Gotta
I
catch 'em
definitely
all.
the basketball cards, and I hated basketball, but everyone was doing it, so I collected them and.
Bit of a sheep.
Still got them somewhere.
Bit of a sheep in
Yeah.
Kiwi land.
Well,
You want to
there was
watch
money-
out.
There was money in it, mate.
It is like there's a few people on Instagram that make their lifestyle out of it that say it's investing in it because
Yeah, righto.
you can. It is like the share market, or in layman's terms, you can reference share market qualities about it because we so this season now they obviously have rookies every year, and the NBA season come up to the end of trading, so it's like they got a deadline that they can trade. So how it all works is like the team owns the player, and regardless of how good you're playing, if they value as an asset, they can trade you with you to get 2
Yeah.
or future first round picks or something in rookie classes.
Because they're looking to set their teams up for the future.
That's right.
Like if you're a big name on the way out, they can trade you
Yeah.
for a couple up and comers.
Yep. So there's the Brooklyn Nets. They traded off Kyrie Irving with another team, and then there was like a big multi-team trade-off. But what come about it was their rookie for this last season actually got more game time than normal rookies would.
Yeah.
So
righto.
like in what we do is we buy like a box of basketball cards, pick out the teams that you want, and then random the other teams, and then you get all the cards for those teams.
Yep.
So if a box costs $100 and there's 10 teams, everyone pays $10.
Yep.
And that covers the cost of the box, and then you get the cards that you want. So Cam Thomas is a rookie for this season that actually his card 2 months ago, an auto, numbered whatever, it was $30.
Yeah.
After he got picked, or that Kyrie Irving got traded, so he had to play that position. He actually averaged over 40 points a game for 3 games in a row. And
Shit.
his rookie cards were selling for up to $10,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Fuck.
Crazy.
because everyone was jumping on, say, the bandwagon. But always like in a thoughtful process. It's like the share market. So if I were Cam Thomas,
Got to look at your investment and
Yeah.
is he going to go the distance?
That's right. And you might get lucky. So, Nets in a pick your team. So 30 teams in the NBA, they'll have obviously better teams than others, and the value for that team reflects on how worthy the cards are. So the Pistons have the better rookie class this year. So for the box of $100, you might be paying $30 for the Pistons, and everyone else will be a scaled down value. So the Nets probably be like $5. So people that were lucky in those sort of scenarios that were getting great cards from that rookie, their return on investment was huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got to sort of like strike it when it does hit. So
Have you got a few diamonds amongst the rough? Have you?
I do. Yeah. We've hit a few, definitely.
So do they still put out? I know when I was growing up, they used to put out a little list and it'd have your card values of what you'd had on
they
it.
don't do that anymore.
Don't do that anymore. Yeah, right.
See, I'll search the internet far and wide to work out, how because it's in my mind it's actually gambling.
Yeah,
realistically, you buy something and you don't know whether you're gonna have the money value in that box to get your money back.
Yep.
And if it was like that, then the card manufacturer would go out of business tomorrow. They've always got to have shit boxes and good boxes, and so I've searched the internet far and wide to work out what sort of ratios they put good cards in versus bad cards. But there's no literature or
fucking make it up.
I'm pretty sure if you're like in the know, it's like high end stuff. So one case you can buy, it's called Flawless. It's like the top of the range. It's $20,000 for the box.
What? And you're pretty much not guaranteed anything.
Not guaranteed a fucking thing.
They call it flawless, but you can floor yourself pretty quick.
Pretty well. Or your
Okay,
missus will fucking floor you up. She finds out what
Drop
you
your
like.
logo.
I just spent 20 grand on a box of cards, babe.
And I think it comes like they already come encapsulated and in one touches as they call them. But then there's a couple of base cards and that. So generally you'd get like, on return of interest, if you had a bad case from 20 grand, you'd probably get like 4 or 5 grand back.
Yeah, yep.
They got to put so many in there, and
so
the rest is random.
Flawless actually have a guaranteed precious gem in some of their cards. So you can get a card with a diamond in it.
Yep.
Or a ruby or an emerald. Because the colours of the cards...
For 20 grand, you'd want some.
You'd want more than that.
Hell.
You'd want a good weekend out.
20 grand.
What's the best you've done? Like,
we bought a box of Immaculate, me and a mate.
what are they worth?
3,200 for the box. It's 6 cards.
6 cards.
6
$200.
cards. Yep.
Fuck.
It's still no guarantees.
No,
but how'd you go?
We got lucky. I brought it over if we used to have a little geese about.
Yeah, bloody hell.
So Luka Doncic is the player we pulled, and it's a patch auto. So this card is to 15, so number 8 of 15, and the patch that's in the card is a game worn used jersey, and it's and it's an on card auto. So as collectors say, the player would have had to have touched that card to sign it, so it's the value of it's a little bit more.
And the vetting process in this is pretty fucking out there too. Like, it'd be proper ridgy-dig.
Yeah, that's all guaranteed from Panini, the card manufacturer. But so there's other cards that come as sticker autos. So what the player does is just sign A4 sheets of stickers. And then sends it in, and then they peel the sticker off and put it on the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's different.
Yeah.
It's touched.
It's fucking hard to believe that something like that is worth so much
cardboard.
money.
It's cardboard.
Yeah.
So there's only been one of those sold of the 15 others that are out there.
Yeah.
And it was $4,800.
Jesus.
So you made your money back.
Mm.
And
See,
again,
this is not what I was expecting.
For
When
one
Mark
fucking
told
card.
me that you were bringing basketball cards on and that sort of stuff. And I was expecting like Pokemon sort of style,
Oh yeah.
where they got the little stats and
Yeah,
that
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of stuff. But this doesn't have any stats or anything.
No.
But it's
yeah.
amazing in the fact that it's valuable in two ways. Valuable because of the rarity, and valuable from what the player does to
Yeah.
make it rare too.
Yep. So every player would have that exact, to 15 patch on card autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every player. So I actually don't know how many players in the.
But they're shit.
Yeah, if they're shit,
That's worth nothing.
you'll pull
Yeah.
that and be like, oh yep, there's fucking $50. Just spent 3,200.
And
So
talking
what's
about your rookies and how everything is,
Yeah. So
everything's up in the air with that.
This one here is out of one of those boxes of Flawless, but it's a college card, and it's a Sadiq Bey. He plays for the Pistons, Detroit Pistons, and that's a 1 of 1.
Ah,
So it's,
shit.
Oh, it's the only one.
that's the only one.
Ooh.
Oof.
But that's his college uniform, so he played for the Vancouver or whatever Wildcats.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a bit of his. What's that? That's a bit of his uniform in there.
Yep, that's his jersey. Yep.
That's his jersey in there. 1 of 1. So that's worth a pretty penny, that one.
Nah, so because he's not a very well known player,
Yet.
Yeah, righto.
yeah, I bought that for $400,
Yep.
hoping that he has a stellar career.
Yep.
And he'd be like Michael Jordan one day, and that might be worth a couple of grand back.
And he let you down.
He hasn't yet. He actually got
He let
traded
you
the
down.
other day. I was pretty disappointed.
What is there a most expensive card?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
It is Jordan. Yeah. And it's the same sort of basis. It's got the bits of
No.
uniform and that sort of stuff. It is the old like
Yeah.
holographic style.
No, it's just the Michael Jordan
Proper
rookie.
stats card back
Yeah,
then.
back then.
Oh,
Like-
so
like
it does
we were
actually
talking
have
about Fleer.
stats and that.
Yeah, Fleer cards back.
That's what I was
yeah.
thinking.
So
Yeah,
this is
oh.
like pocket memorabilia.
Pretty
This
well.
sort of stuff
Pretty
here,
well.
yeah.
Mm.
So ones I used to buy, you just buy the packet, and
Yeah,
every
had bubble
packet.
gum.
Nah, every packet had one. So you had your normal, say 6 or 7 playing cards, and then you got one special card,
Oh yeah.
and then obviously because everyone was into it, so that was a Christmas present. Mum and Dad would buy a box of them, so you get a whole fucking box of these cards. And you'd open every packet, but you couldn't care less about the normal
Yeah,
cards. You
yeah,
just
the
after
base.
that
Yeah.
gold card in the middle.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you got a full set of them. And I've got 2 sets, mine and my brother's, but there's a couple that are missing. And I don't know if I'd ever be able to find them. And if you could, you'd probably get fucking charged a shitload for them. But and I don't even know if they're worth anything.
Yeah, that's.
But they're all in individual little slips, like a photo album, fucking all
Yeah,
packed
yeah.
away. NBA.
It's pretty rare to
fucking
have
thing.
like somebody as organised as that, because when you were a kid, when I was a kid, you want to fuck around with the cards and be
Yeah.
had them in your pocket and take
Nah,
them to
we
school.
pretty much
and-
opened them up, man. Slid them
Well,
in their
shame,
case.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good discipline.
They haven't been touched. And they're sitting in a fucking plastic box under Robbo's house somewhere.
You never know what gold could be under your under your nose there, mate. Eh?
Who knows? Fucking
Yeah, well,
nice.
There's different. I didn't bring any graded cards, but there's like a couple of different grading companies like PSA, BGS, and CGC. They're like American brand, but that CGC actually graded the very first perfect 10 Charizard first edition card the other day. Their very first one. Like I think PSA got a couple, and BGS have no, top tier 10s. But
And
they
to
got,
get that is look
Nah.
because nothing's a 10,
it's like
and now it's a 10.
flawless. So they value that card as like $3-4 million.
Fuck.
A Charizard card. Yeah,
Oh.
crazy.
For
And,
a
and this was
card.
in same sort of scenario. It was a bloke in Texas that had it,
Yeah.
stored away. He had folders and folders. So I think of the Charizard cards he sent in, there was like 20 or 30 of these cards he sent in of the one type. And
Yeah.
one of them jagged the perfect 10.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
That's all you need though. 3 or
3
4
or 4
million.
million just for a fucking piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one here is a pure glass card
Yeah, right.
of Ja Morant. He's a very good.
That's cool, eh?
Yeah. He's plays for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like almost transparent sort of setup, isn't it?
Glass. Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, glass is transparent.
It
mate,
is.
Yeah.
So
Almost, I said.
they call that a case hit.
It's like, I don't know, it's like you want to slot it into a computer or something and start doing
Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Give us a
Super
little
Mario
bit of your
Brothers.
form, mate.
Yeah, so they call that a case hit. So you buy a case of that product, and in that case will be one special card like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in every generation's got their own collectible cards and that. Because when I was growing up, it was the Yu-Gi-Oh! They had
Yep.
TV series and that. Same sort of thing. You go to Harvey Norman or wherever and you buy your pack and you get one rare card with
Yep.
your pack and the rest are bullshit random ones. And,
Yeah,
and
you-
I had a good little collection going there in the sleeve and all that. Sold it to me mate for $200. And he's like, one of these cards in here is worth $500. It's like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he done me like a dinner there.
Did he sell it though?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I think the first of like the Yu-Gi-Oh was like the Legend of Blue Eyes.
Yeah,
It's like the first pack
dragon
of
and
cards,
shit.
yeah. It was like Magician's Guardian was the next lot
Yeah.
of booster packs that
Oh, a
come
couple
out.
of them Egyptian god cards
Yeah.
and shit like
I
that.
don't even know who they are.
Yeah, you're
What's
too old,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
mate.
What, no. What's
Haven't you
Yu-Gi-Oh?
ever sat down and watched Cheese TV?
Yeah, Cheese TV was awesome.
Yeah,
Fuck
it was
yeah.
fucking. It was like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, fuck
I know,
yeah.
I didn't watch
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dragon Ball
and
Z, though.
Pokemon.
I never got into them. Never got into them. I was
So,
all Saturday Disney, mate.
What about
your-
Levi's on you?
Yeah,
fools?
Cheese TV with the Dragon Ball Z. I always thought like we were watching it and it was like
As it was happening.
as it was happening. But that was
yeah.
from like the 80s.
yeah.
That shit. Yeah.
Longest fight scene in history, eh?
Oh, Dragon Ball Z.
Goku versus Frieza. Longest fight scene in history.
It's like I've watched Home and Away, and I'm pretty sure that fucking spanned out more than Home and Away has ever done.
Exactly.
That's a Jarman Auto, and it's the numbered is his jersey number, so that they class that as a more expensive card because it's exactly the same number as his jersey.
First
Oh,
what?
yeah.
First triple double.
So triple doubles like like 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and more than 10 points
Yep.
scored.
What does your missus think of this?
Oh, she probably doesn't. She didn't really embrace because, like, obviously
like,
I've got ADD or something like that. So it's like you go from one thing to the next, and she's just along for the ride. The poor little darling. Yeah, she doesn't say too much. She probably thinks a lot of things, but she doesn't express it.
But like, it's obviously a great hobby of yours.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's amazing, I reckon.
Look, listening
Good
to you
shit.
talk about it, you're obviously passionate about it, but the different things that people are into, I just wonder what your partner, what
see,
she thought of it.
Yeah, I would like because we, with the breaking of the cards, like we sit down, do the video live, record it. Everyone that's bought into the break, they watch when I open the packs,
Yep.
so it's all legit. And she sits next to us, and takes the card off me, puts it in the sleeve, puts it in where the team is.
So she's embraced it.
yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
awesome.
she's there supporting me, so it's not too bad.
And that's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. We're up at 10 o'clock at night and the kids are in bed and we should probably be in bed too, but here we are opening basketball cards. She's probably having a fat time. I'm hating it. I'm like, oh, geez, I need to go to bed, dog.
Have you seen the time?
Yeah.
So man, right into the basketball. You would have watched that series on Netflix.
Yeah. The Michael Jordan one?
No. So I watched the Jordan one.
The Last Dance, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, and I don't like basketball at all, not so much into it, but that was awesome. But the Rumble or the fight, when we had the fight in the
Oh, yeah. The when they come out of the stands and the players fought the fans. Yeah.
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I think basketball back in the 80s like that was pretty
Yeah,
passionate.
Scottie Pippen and
Yeah.
They fought
that
the
was,
fans.
Yeah, it was full on, man. It was someone threw a bottle.
Scottie Pippen, he would get in there too.
So the two teams started having a bit of a scuffle, and then one of the crowd members chucked a bottle or something at one of them, and then it was on. They just marched straight up into the
Just
crowd.
went up and jammed him, space jammed
Jammed
him.
him, and next thing you know, you've got old mate down on the court shaping up against the dude that's 3 times the size of him, and got flattened, and he's come out being the victim, and it was pretty
Fucking
good.
hell.
It's pretty good.
That wouldn't happen now.
No.
It
Ah.
does.
Oh, it was a big hoo-ha, man. That stadium's no longer now. It's all been demolished and wiped out.
It does get pretty heated because like basketball's something like 74 games in the season. So they're like literally play like a Saturday, a Wednesday, Saturday,
They're
Wednesday.
upper.
And massive money. There's
It's
massive money.
huge.
Money is stupid.
That's why it's crazy with these cards and that, like the consistency of people. The most consistent players are generally the ones that are on the ones that are worth the most money
Yeah,
because
so
they're day in,
you
day
look
out.
at LeBron James. He just bought.
That was my next question.
Yeah, broke the highest point scorer of
Yeah.
all time.
Yep.
Just surpassed that Hajime Olajuwon, that fella. You know.
And I did hear something about this on the radio the other day or something I was watching, that they reckon that he's not too concerned about it because he reckons he's got that many years left in him that no one's going to come close to his score anyway.
Well, he's actually 38. 38, I think. Yeah,
he
he's-
reckons
he'd
he's
be
good for
around
another
that.
5 or 6 years or something. He was
Oh,
saying.
he's.
Fucking crazy.
He's a weapon.
But the worst thing is, it's like, it's a like it's very egotistic, that game. So
yeah.
he just done that to break that record.
Yeah.
So if he keeps playing, he sort of will damage his legacy. Is to say, like,
Yeah.
you're washed up.
You're that
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
You either
Yeah.
quit while you're on top or
Yeah.
you live long enough to see
You
yourself
watch
fall.
these younger players like Ja Morant. It's like every game will be, it's just a dunk after dunk. And
Yeah.
LeBron James, he just does fade away 2 pointers.
Yeah,
and,
righto.
easy plays like that.
Yep.
So it's like the Lakers at the moment are struggling to even win a fucking game.
Yeah.
And they've had all the best players, and they've just traded all the best players to try and get new blood. But they say because LeBron's in there trying to hang on to whatever he's got left,
Yeah.
it's bringing the morale of the team down.
And there's a lot in that too because the Lakers would love it because they got to get bums in seats
Oh,
and they get their money from the big names they have there. People coming to watch it. Like, who cares if the Lakers aren't winning the conference and all that sort of shit?
yeah. Well,
If they're getting bums in seats.
Los Angeles got two teams. They got the Clippers and the Lakers.
Yeah.
But you look at the Clippers, and they're like a bottom tier team.
Yeah.
And you got the LA Lakers, is like, you know.
Yeah.
Got a good name behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's very interesting. A lot of people ask us about it, but this is like 3 rookies from this year that have been very good. And
Are these going to be the next big thing, are they?
I think, 2 of them will be. One's actually out injured now, which is unfortunately.
List them out and we'll see how well this podcast ages, mate.
Yeah, well, there's Franz Wagner. He plays for the Magic. And Jalen Suggs, he's also for the Magic. But this year is the 75th anniversary for basketball. And so that card in the middle is like a 75th anniversary card.
Yep.
And then there's that Bones Highland. He's plays for the Denver Nuggets, but he's just being traded to the Clippers.
Yeah,
So
right.
they're trying to stack a good rookie class to try and bring them out of the slum that they're in.
In time, sort of.
Are there many Aussies that are in it at the moment?
Yeah, so there's that Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
And there's a new rookie that'll be in this season coming up. I can't remember his name, but he was like 7th or 8th pick.
Yeah, right. Which is fucking not too bad, really.
Yeah, first
It's
round.
pretty good achievement, man. Like, considering the size of our country to the size of their country and,
And
the
the
competition that's over there.
We're nothing, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
they call out. So there's a player called LaMelo Ball. He actually came to Australia to play in our league. They call our league the G League.
Yeah, yep.
Like we're NBA, we're NBL, National Basketball League. So
Yep.
yeah,
And that's their college league.
yeah,
The
that's
G League.
that's the
When
college
you think
league,
of
yeah.
like AB all the way to G.
Yeah, college teams come over here and kick
play.
our
Yeah,
ass.
so his cards and his college uniforms, because the NBA don't associate with the NBL.
Yep.
You get a LaMelo Ball card in his like a college uniform, but it's his G League stuff over here in Australia.
Yep.
He's just in a black uniform.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the cards actually black it out
Yep.
Unreal.
because they're not associated, so they don't put their sponsors and that on their cards.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So
But
it's
yeah, so-
very part of the league or it's not worth fuck all.
Pretty well. He went over to America. Yeah, obviously done his rookie season last year. Played pretty good, but now he's like form slump for some reason.
Yeah.
And he plays for Charlotte Hornets, so yeah, they're talking about sending him back to the G League.
Oh, shit. She's dog eat dog up the top, isn't it?
It'd be pretty stressful, I'd imagine.
Like old fucking Jared Hayne, mate, going over to play.
Oh, the old Hay playing. Hay played good grounds.
Now look at him.
He's in jail.
So this one here is actually a Australian card maker. His name's Tyson Beck. He makes his own cards.
Yeah, right.
And then he goes to like a player or whoever he's made the card for and gets them to sign it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, very personal sort of.
Yeah, so that's that little Hasbulla.
Husband. Oh, yes.
the
He's
old
a
mate
legend.
wants to fight everyone.
Yeah, little fella.
Hasbulla.
Hasbulla.
Mate, I've seen him
Are you
punch so
serious?
many people in the head.
That's his auto.
You're kidding me.
And that card's out of 10. So it's 4 out of 10.
That is amazing.
Card.
What box do you have to buy to get that?
Yeah, you had to buy the individual card. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, shit, yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
crack up.
We go from basketball players to him.
Talk about talk about something out of nothing. That bloke's just skyrocketed himself, eh?
Look at the look on his face.
Yeah. He's got mugs up ready to go.
Yes.
I'll kill you.
Seen him, he's been like running around with the UFC and that, just
Yeah.
punching people
He's
in the head.
he's got a contract. They put him on a contract.
With UFC.
Yeah, UFC genuine contract.
Unreal.
That's
Just
why.
promo.
That's why we invested in him pretty well, just to
Yeah.
see how his return
Mate,
investment is.
he's on Khabib's shoulders,
Oh yeah.
running around. Yes,
Also,
yes, number one
The
bullshit.
the collaboration is Khabib cross Hasbulla.
Well, there you go.
So at the same time that they released these Hasbulla cards, they also released Khabib cards.
Unreal.
That's a cool looking card too.
Yeah.
And that's Aussie made.
That's Tyson Beck. He's down in
you'll
Melbourne.
laugh.
Yeah.
Do you get into the UFC at all, do you?
Yeah, I actually opened up a fair few UFC boxes like of cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I'll see just pretty well recently, like Alexander Volkanovski, the local Aussie dude here, versus Khabib's cousin, is it?
Yeah, it would be.
Islam Makhachev.
Yep.
For like they pound for pound fighter. So the number one pound for pound fighter of the UFC is Volkanovski. Aussie fella, 145 pound he fights at. What, I don't know.
He's,
That is
he's
in kg,
He's
but-
featherweight.
Yeah.
So 71 kilos, I think they are.
Yeah, righto. Yep. And he's gone up a weight class.
So yeah, lightweight.
Yeah, yeah. And I watched that fight there the other week.
I haven't seen any of it, but everyone I've spoken to reckons that he won it.
Yeah, it was close. Like,
So she's
it's
like
pretty-
controversial.
Yeah, definitely.
I reckon the biggest controversy of it all is, you know, when you have a home ground advantage,
yeah,
you're actually meant to like favour the person that's at that home. So it
you
looked
would
as
think.
the judges have gone against the
Yeah,
home
yeah.
ground, you know, favours.
Yeah.
But where are the judges from?
Yeah.
Were they aware of this and
Yeah,
told
yeah.
about it, or?
Yeah, so it obviously, you know, most things people say are rigged and that, but a lot of people scored it because there are 5 rounds in the championship, so they scored it 3-5, or to Volk. So,
Yeah,
you know, you should have won, but there was one judge. So if it went down to points, they were like a 49-48 split, but one judge had like a 50.
Massive split.
Yeah, 50 to 45, and it was like,
which is a common theme with them judges. Sometimes they're just way out. Like they're reading the scorecards, and you can see the fighters looking like that. Even the presenters like Joe Rogan and that, they're
Yeah.
looking around going, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Do you think they deliberately put a wild card in there so they get a result?
Oh,
no,
knows?
like that Islam's very, very good fighter.
yeah.
Absolutely, they were both undefeated until they 40.
When I say
Oh,
wild
well,
card
they both
in
had-
the judges department,
Yeah,
sort
he
of.
used to
Oh,
train
right,
him.
Yeah.
probably.
They both had one
Did he
loss
used to
on their
train him?
record.
I thought
Oh.
he used to train him, didn't he? Or-
No,
No.
That
No.
Volk used to be an NRL player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, eh?
Couldn't play NRL for shit, so he went
Yeah,
fight.
went fight. Yeah.
but like it's crazy because he's a small fella. I'm not sure how tall he is. He'd be, you know,
I think he's like
5
the same
something.
size as a normal human. You know, like when you
how we were
get,
talking here.
it's like when you talk about basketball players, and you know you look at them on the TV and think, oh yeah, but when in real life you'd be like,
Fucking Giants.
you'd be looking at like, so when you talk about Volk and even
7'2", this fuck all, mate.
he'd have to duck to get in the fucking roller door. But like that Volk and that McGregor, you talk about them fellas, and they're like just normal.
Yeah, about 6 foot. McGregor is around that. Yeah,
5'8".
yeah,
I don't think
around
he's
that.
6. Yeah,
No, he
he's
wouldn't be.
short Irish.
No,
and-
he wouldn't,
Oh,
he
there you
wouldn't be
go.
6 foot. No.
Mm.
But yeah, I've actually pulled 2 1-on-1s out of one box for UFC.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go.
Yeah, both light heavyweight fighters.
Who were they?
Yep, can't remember the names.
Oh, sweet.
One was really easy to pronounce, but the other one was horrendous.
Oh, yeah, they got some
Oh,
wild.
horrendous. Yeah, Mexican.
Mexican.
El Telfador.
It's interesting. So you try and invest a bit of cash into some different things,
Yeah, definitely.
and yeah, I like this. The bloke in Aussie, he does very good cards. This is another player. This is Obi Toppin. They call him Mr. New York.
No one will be topping this.
So if you were to have a card of yourself, and going back to the old Pokemon style, I suppose, that I was talking about earlier, what do you reckon your stats would be? Like up in what and down in what? And
Oh, every time you talk about this in a male environment, you'd have to talk about penis size. So it'd be like if it was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, where you can max your stats out.
Yeah.
So the player you'd start with, I'd be like in the lower percentile of the penis size, unfortunately.
lower penile. Yeah.
Make it up in the personality pretty well. But no,
What's this? He's got hanging onto a torch here. Is that?
that's the Lady Liberty, brother.
Oh,
Mr. New York.
No, it's Mr. New York. I like it.
And his cards were OB1.
Yeah, Obi Toppin is his
Obi
name.
Toppin.
Yeah,
They'd be topping.
to 25, yeah.
What would your stats be then, Mark, on your
Well,
card?
If I was a card, I'd be mid-range. I like to think of myself as the average bloke sort of thing, but my sarcasm would be maxed out. Should be 11 on the 10 scale, I'd reckon. Height would be up there, I suppose, too. Fucking brain power, she'd be fucking in the toilet, mate.
What about humour as in dry and moist?
Dry to moist. I'd like to think I'm damp.
No, he'd be up there.
Yeah, Sahara Desert dry. I reckon. It'd be a spoonful of cinnamon in the mouth dry.
Eating a donut challenge dry.
Fucking oath.
Sayo biscuit challenge.
Well, not you wouldn't be a soggy say anyway. You'd be-
No, Limp Bizkit, good band.
It'd be the old Wheat Bix challenge
Yeah,
job.
fucking oath.
What about you, Handle there, Levi's jeans?
Me, mate, I'd be right at the bottom of the water, man. Just cruised along, eh?
Oh yeah, the old.
Yeah, just.
You'd be the
just
card
float.
that everyone pulls that's got the chewing gum stuck to the fucking thing. It's like, oh, it's ruined.
Yeah,
Beveled
Roger.
at the edges,
Yeah, it's no good.
and
We just
still
put him
worth
on
a
the-
fucking
Put him
mint.
on the bottom of the deck,
Yeah.
mate.
They score a 10 for surface, but
Yeah,
a 7 for edges.
yeah, Roger, definitely.
Don't look too hard at it.
No, that's right.
Well, if I was a card, I reckon I'd probably have a 10 out of 10 on bluntness, which is something I'm discovering through this podcast stuff. You watch footage back of yourself and you think you're being subtle when you say things, or you're trying something funny and someone takes it the wrong way, and it just comes across as blunt as shit.
So
Yeah.
you'd be like a male resting bitch face type.
With my
Fucking see
words though.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Resting
definition
bitch
of
words.
resting bitch words. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think I'm being real kind and courteous and like, oh yeah, well, let's do this and that sort of stuff. But I'm like, all right, that was fucking bullshit. We're just
The
gonna
old.
we're gonna cut that.
So what you're
Get
thinking,
to your point.
what you're thinking in your head makes sense, but your delivery on it is fucking far from
yeah.
it.
Come off as a dick factor is number 10.
Yeah, like I mean it from a kind place.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever and I'm using the podcast as an example, but I'm sure I do it in everyday life. I'm meaning it
Just
to
your
be
delivery's poor.
poor delivery.
Poor
Yeah,
delivery.
poor
he's
delivery.
fucking Australia
Yeah.
Post this prick.
Yeah.
Thoughtfulness,
Terrible delivery.
thoughtfulness 10, poor delivery 10. Yeah.
Love it.
I'd invest in your card, mate, just so you know.
Yeah, well. So you've obviously made some bad investments in your time too, Rhino.
Yeah, they would be. Definitely so.
Fuck yeah, that is awesome.
Just before we get another, actually we'll go into whiskey time after this, so we'll get a whiskey, not a beer. But what's the Jordan card worth? The most expensive one.
Yeah, so it's his rookie. That's like the 1985 Fleer.
Mm.
1984, 1985, I think is his rookie year. And yeah, it depends on the card.
Priceless.
Oh,
they
the
sell-
quality sort of.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
normally you only ever see graded ones get sold. But I think at the height of it, yeah, it was like $3 or $4 million.
And someone will be hanging on to a fucking
Yeah, there would
gem
be.
somewhere. Yeah.
Some bloody idiot would have one in the sleeve somewhere, not even know.
You know how, like you're saying, get a bit passionate about things. So, like the pure degenerate card collectors, yeah, back in the day, the way they used to sequence the cards were in order. So, if you were to open up a pack, like you can get a box still, and they're like $800,000 or whatever to buy these boxes that you can still get. They don't make them anymore, but people have got them, obviously. You open up the first packet, and in that first packet will be like, different players, but they'll be in an order. And the diehard, people will be able to tell the rest of the box by the order.
Oh,
Unreal.
there's a sequence. Yeah.
Yep. So that's how back in them days they did it, but obviously, people could cheat it and knew which boxes to be able to buy to get the cards out of them.
Mm.
So now it's meant to be done in random order. And, I was saying earlier about the trying to work out the odds to try and hit something decent.
Yeah.
Back then, obviously, you could because they'd get a sheet, cut it, and then sequence it in the exact same way for every packet.
Yeah.
So you could accidentally get a one of one, of anything.
See, back then they never had numbered cards or autos or nothing. It was just all base.
Unreal.
And like people have opened boxes up that, have been sold to them as legit. Like you can look, it's on YouTube. They do have all those big mad card gatherings over in America, and because it's a fair big following over there. Like you think here in Australia we followed a bit, over there that'd be like crazy for it.
Everything's tenfold in America.
Yeah. And so they've had like mad big on stage openings of these boxes.
It's probably a murder over one of them.
Oh, I reckon there would be.
Yeah, there'd be a murder over one of them. Someone would have killed someone
Yeah,
for
well,
a buck of
Be a
basketball.
murderer here in a
It's
minute.
enough money.
You've already got red on the shirt. But
It's in his jeans.
They watched it. Levi's. And so they've been watching it live. They've opened the box up on stage, and people already knew when they opened it that whoever bought or sold the box has already opened the packs, taken the good cards out, repackaged it, and people already knew that while the box was getting opened. Just because the normal sequence wasn't there, so they were getting.
And the people are there because they knew what was in there.
Yeah, they were there to watch, because it's a piece of history nowadays. Open up something from 1984, 85. Older than us, mate.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we'll have a break and we'll come back with some whiskey.
But you got to look in his eyes when he says it just to see if it's true.
That's what I looked over.
All intimidated.
Anyway, we're back, and we got a Contro tonight because Ryan's picked her off the shelf up there. Yeah, is a nice drop.
Beautiful,
but
beautiful.
We'll give her a test.
Orange,
Cheers,
orange
boys.
zest.
Cheers to you.
It's been a while since I've had one of these, actually.
What does it taste like?
It's actually not bad. I
Go.
don't mind it.
Yeah, very orangey.
Orangey?
Yeah, orange.
Orangey, glad you picked this one.
Good. But I think it sort of tastes like medicine almost.
It does a bit.
It's got that medicine undertone.
I think
It's the
just
aftertaste.
I think it's the consistency you're relating to the medicine. The
Yes.
thickness of it, the
It
syrupy.
is. I find if you raise your pinky slightly and swirl it.
Looks like you've dropped a couple of Disprin in a bit of water, mate.
I dropped my what? I'm like adjusting my fly here. Everything.
Barocca. But normally this time of night, we enjoy a spirit, and we go through some random thoughts, which I think you were talking about before. So what was that thing you were talking about before? The
Flat Earth.
no, not flat Earth.
game?
This was off air, but it was something that gives you these really good thoughts that you have to write down.
Oh, so yeah. if you feel like you're a bit tired, see, caffeine doesn't really work for me, or V drinks or anything. And we early on got onto a little bit of a drug called Model Alert, and one of the side effects normally is very deep thoughts. So it reacts with me in that sense. So generally, when you have it to keep awake, it either like makes your mind or brain just work a bit more. And yeah, I do think of a lot of things that I've written down on my phone just to be able to read back and have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I won't read any of them out tonight.
Okay.
Another time. I'm sure you'll be on again, my friend.
But during this part of the session, we like to play a bit of classical music, where we've got something more new.
Well, like Beethoven's Fifth or something.
We've run with that before, but
We've dabbled.
we're running with like suggestions from people now. So I don't know if this rings a bell to you or not.
Could even be loading screen.
It may
Oh.
be.
This is Apex.
This is. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've been generally doing is, because what was it you saying a little while back, Neil, that game music helps people think?
It does.
Yeah.
It's orchestrated to. It's thinking music.
Yep.
Yeah. So it helps you think, and it's the repetitive nature, so you know what's coming next. So it solves a problem in your head with the
Helps
melody.
you focus.
Yeah. So they've done that right back when they made the original games on Atari and all of that. GoldenEye. Yep. We've actually
Mario
run GoldenEye
Kart,
in a previous session.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
Halo was a big one.
yep. Oh, I don't think we've gone Halo
Coming
yet.
soon.
The
Yeah.
Halo,
Watch
the
this
Halo
space.
loading screen. That's a big one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, fucking nailed it.
But yeah, so tonight's is Apex Legends because you're onto that game at the
Yeah.
moment, aren't
Bit
you?
of an Apex legend, are you?
I am so, yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a hard carry.
Oh, yeah.
Normally the teammates have got to carry me a bit.
Yeah.
What is your favourite player?
He's looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Who's Carrie? I've seen that movie.
There's no human in this room be able to carry your fat ass.
As the fact checker, he didn't want to shoot you down, did he?
He turned into the fat checker.
I got shot down last time. I fucking threw one out.
You haven't said much since then, actually.
No,
in regards to checking.
Check my facts.
Who's your favourite character on there, mate? Who you normally run with?
I'm a caustic main.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, run a bit of the big boy.
Special abilities. Explain it real quick.
Oh, so he's like, they've just done the season 16 change now, so she's all, I think, I can't remember what he's classed as anymore, but he does the gas traps.
Yeah, right.
Drops a few gas traps around.
Drop a few smoke bombs.
Yeah, pretty well. And then he's special as the gas bomb, throw it in there. And
Do you
Way
find
she is.
yourself doing that in real life? Like
Chucking a
in
few
the
smoke-
workshop, just wander
Nah.
past. What are you doing here, boys?
yeah,
Bit of
see,
a-
And then keep moving.
I'm like,
Gas bomb.
talking to
He's
me, I'm like the anti of that.
Your car has no DPF.
Nah, so there's actually been another situation where at work, going back to the Gilliman days where,
Farting on the two-way.
yeah, there's plenty more yarns to add to that too. But so we changed crews like way back from where we were to what we become, and then the person that I was associated with was a very known, drop and go, drop a few hotties.
Fecal matter.
Yeah. So
Crop
and I'm like, that it's a good fun joke when you're about 6, 7 years old. Like kids find it hilarious.
Oh, we're all minors, aren't we?
Still are. And so it's a bit uncouth. It's a bit fucking rude doing it in the car like a cruiser with just you and him.
With the roll down windows, you mean?
And
Yeah,
the old
so-
aircon on recirculate.
So obviously, I'd obviously expressed my opinion deeply of how fucking disgusting the act is, and they chose to do it one night when we were driving along, and I reached across and opened the door up, and in process of unbuckling his seatbelt to kick him out of the moving car, after that, he never shit in the car again. So.
How fast were you going at the time?
Well, fair bit of pace uppers. I'm talking out of school now.
Weren't in a boat, but they were floating.
I'd hate to have been caught. Let's put it that way.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's me main. I'll run a bit of caustic, bit of bloodhound.
Yeah, right. Get out and about, eh?
Yeah, a bit of bloodhound. You fellas obviously play.
I've never played Apex.
Never played.
No,
I've
I
never
played.
even heard of it.
I watch a bit.
Oh yeah,
I'm a bit of a watcher myself.
I've watched it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and that's the only way that I know what it is. So
Yep.
watch streamers, which hopefully in the future we hope to get a professional streamer on here.
That actually plays Apex
I wish.
Legends as well.
I wish to be a professional one day.
Yeah.
I'd never.
Well, when you make it, mate, have a chat to us. We'll see how we go.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think I possess those skills.
They are next level.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
You can
There's some wild shit.
you can play and then you can get up to a rank, like they got that rank system, let's say, and like, you know, I'm normally gold or platinum, which, you know, you think it's pretty good. You watch them people on the internet, the YouTubes and the Twitches, and
Twitch. Yeah.
they're normally like predator rank, so they're like ranked in the world. And unbeknownst to us, the bloke that we've been working with over at Middlemount, he's number 251 in the world.
I'll be fucked.
So just in general yarns,
You never know, do you?
and it's like, oh yeah, you know, show a few memes and a few things like that, and obviously, you know, you're playing this music, sitting in the crib, you'd be watching a bit, and he's obviously heard, you know, the gun shooting, and he's like,
And he
oh,
knows the sound.
yeah, what are you watching there? It's like, oh, just a bit of Apex on the YouTube and that, you know. And he's done the, oh, what do you play? It's like, yeah, you know,
I dabble.
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 Yeah, you don't always show your
gold
cards.
class here, mate.
Yeah, there you go.
Hard stuck gold.
Blowing your nails, rubbing it on your friggin' collar.
What do you know it?
Yeah. Oh, fancy, you know it. And yeah, he's done the old, yeah, I'm fucking pred. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't play it anymore. Thank you.
What's your call sign on there? A2M or what?
Nah, it's actually me old number plates. Fucking SXUL DV8.
Yeah, right. Look it up and smash him.
Yeah, sexual deviant.
Love it.
What a job, though. What a job.
Mate.
I was sit there and paid to play computer games all day.
They're millionaires.
Crazy.
That's what I said to my young fella, because he watches a fair bit of YouTube, and you know, you're like, get outside and kick the footy around with me, and I'm like blown out before we even get outside, and he's like, nah, I'd just rather watch fucking Minecraft or Roblox,
Minecraft.
and it's like, well, if you're gonna do it, mate, you just do it, you commit to it and get it done.
Or that family that sits down on the Gold Coast there and does all the different challenges in the house. My kids love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're like
I love
throwing the
No, I mean,
rolling a coin and getting.
They do all sorts of shit, and they're obviously sponsored by a whole heap of different companies for clothing and whatever. But it's I can't get my head around it.
Yeah,
They love it.
She's
She loves it.
definitely in the internet world at the moment.
Yeah, I love it.
As we sit here on a podcast.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's on YouTube, mind you.
Oh yeah, plug. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube.
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers will have, what is it, boxing, chess.
Chess boxing.
Chess
1,000. Is
boxing.
that what we're going with? 1,000.
I reckon 1,000. We never actually spoke
chess
about this.
boxing. Fuck oath. I'm keen. Get on
Yeah.
it.
So if you want to see me kick Mark's ass, 1,000.
Kick. This is boxing, mate.
in which bit, the chess
Oh,
or the
we-
boxing?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
He's confident.
Yeah.
He's confident.
You're
I
the
thought you
underdog,
meant-
mate.
I thought you meant in which part, his ass or the
Yeah,
chest.
Yeah. There'd be some Milwaukee in there somewhere.
Yeah,
He'll be Milwaukee home.
I'll bring the Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I'll be in the crowd.
But Rhino's me cornerman. Look out.
I am pretty known for a massage.
You know, I better actually. How good are you with the towel? You better be his cornerman. You can throw it in for him.
Ooh.
Fuck. Shit talk already. Anyway, what do you got? What's your random thoughts, Neil?
Well, stumped.
Stumped.
Yeah. Like, oh, fucking old mate said this and he had me stumped.
Yep.
Why is it associated with cut down trees? Like not knowing
I
stuff.
feel like it's the end of a conversation. You got nothing to branch off to.
Well, not so much that, but it's not fucking going anywhere, is it?
Mm,
It's a stump.
I'm pretty sure, like,
It's a stump.
you're driving through the scrub and you hit a fucking stump, and that's it. You're
Yeah,
stumped.
You've
done.
never seen
Yes,
it
you're
coming.
You're done.
There's
You're
no going off of
absolutely-
that.
You're not moving.
You're hitting that stump, and that's the end of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking makes sense.
Uh,
Yeah.
I like it. And it's fucking craziest segue ever because we don't talk about this shit beforehand. But you, Handy, me, and Neil as well, we're all plant operators.
Yep.
Why do they call them plant? Why are we plant operators?
Well, it's mobile plant or
Well,
fixed
when-
plant.
Yeah, but why is it a plant?
That's got me
Why
stumped, mate.
See,
Don't know.
They don't
because we're
grow.
not arborists, are we?
No.
No.
No, we're not cutting them down.
No. And
You're
oddly
generally
enough,
pushing them over.
see, and this thought actually come from looking at a lighting plant one day. And I was like, oh, we fucked.
They do look like plants.
They look like plants.
Mm.
When the mast is up, the lights are on, flowers at night time, blooming flowers, the lights look like a plant, don't they?
I remember thinking that we started in a new part of the mine and real fertile soil, like black soil,
Even the
Beautiful
coal
stuff and
was
growing
growing
stuff.
fucking grass out of it.
and there was one lighting plant up there one day, and then all of a sudden there was 4 of them, and I thought, fucking growing these things. Like, how good is this soil? But no, I got no answer to your question.
You wouldn't let your missus walk across it then?
Neck minute.
Yeah, no, that you'll have to look at the definition of plant.
No, we
Other than
So
the,
what's
we-
your best guess? Hit
that's,
me with your
that's
best
what
guess.
we're
That's
at.
where
We
we're
want
at
an
now.
answer now.
See, mobile and fixed plant is what comes to mind, but
Why do
you-
they call them that?
you
Well, a
go- yeah, you
mobile
go
plant
on
is a
the-
pot plant, but there's still no engine in it.
You've actually stumped me here.
Okay, well, we'll move on. The saying, fuck, that bloke's got an ugly mug. Why is someone's head, because it's referring to how ugly their head is, why is someone's head called a mug?
Because
Well,
it holds your brain.
Also, it's the cup.
It's the
of
cup
you.
that holds the essence of you. Well, I don't know. I'll roll with that anyway.
You'd
you'd,
have-
have,
The
you'd, have
essence
to,
of
you'd
you.
have to go back to like back in the day when Andy probably would have spent a night incarcerated. You walk in, you do your prints, and then you do your mug shot.
Yeah, well, the
But
mug
why?
shot.
Why did they call it a mug shot though?
Oh, because
Like
the
what
person that's
mug?
getting the photo taken is a fucking mug.
Oh, they're a mug.
They're a mug.
Yeah,
Oh, that's one
that's
solved.
yeah, that
Okay,
is solved.
Where's the
Move
fuck
on.
You're good at
Move
this.
on.
I'm ticking them off right here. Tick.
Get a chalkboard up here. I want me fucking stats on there.
All right, then. You fucking legend.
You're
I've
up
got
to
another
Predator.
one for you.
Predator and
Already,
whiskey time.
Apex Predator, this cat.
Yeah, Predator and other things too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can we edit that a bit out?
Nah, not at all. Oh, well, here you go. Spill the beans on that, mate.
What, sexual predator?
Spill the beans.
Oh, shit. No.
Yeah, no, we're talking about you, mate.
Well, yeah, literally.
What does spill the beans mean? Why spill the beans?
I'm thinking of opening a can. And you know the opening of a can of Whoop-Ass, this is completely unrelated but sort of related. When you
Okay.
open a tin of spinach, like Popeye, you're opening a can of Whoop-Ass, aren't you?
Yeah, but
So spinach is Whoop-Ass.
if you're referencing Popeye and if you're referencing him from Family Guy, Popeye's actually got tumours.
In his
he
arm.
does.
In his arms.
So
Yeah.
it's not a very good
It's a
reference
sad
point.
story,
Yeah, it is
isn't it?
definitely.
And his missus keeps playing up on him. He's got to give a what for.
So spill the beans. Opening a can would be like, when all shit breaks loose, you open a bit of a can.
See,
So whether you open the can, that's the truth, and the beans spill out.
Maybe we're not. Maybe
Is that what's?
maybe a pod. When you open a pod, with the beans in it.
I think when they say spill the beans, it's you get that little hard bit at the end there, and you try a little bit harder. You fucking flick that lid, and all of a sudden shit goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that's
See,
referencing spill the beans.
my
Spill the
thoughts
beans.
on it
So
was,
we are on cans.
You're on cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
You're on
thoughts on it
cans.
was spill the
I like
beans, as
cans.
in
Sorry.
you can't, like, if you were to have baked beans, you can't help but fart. Spill the beans, you can't help but spill the beans.
Regurgitate, yeah.
Like, not regurgitate, sort of, you can't help but say all the shit involved. Spill the beans.
Unless you're in your car, mate, they're kicked out for it.
Fucking
Yeah, yeah. Unless
There's
you're
definitely-
you got your foot falcons on and you're walking.
Well, I've got another one. When you're getting randy. So you know what I mean by that, like
Yeah.
horny sort
Horny.
of. Have we actually spoken about this before, the randy? I think we've spoken about horny, but not randy.
Don't look at me and ask that question, Neil, as my brother.
Where does that come from? Like the word randy and associated to being a horny sort of person.
Yeah.
Was like there a bloke called Randall back in the day that was just
have to be
You'd be a sex fiend.
yeah,
It'd have to be.
100%.
Have to be.
just
He'd be the
old
predator
Randall.
of the sexual
He's
world.
the predator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Randall, Randy.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Relating to Randy, I actually know of a lead singer of a band. They call him Randy. David Randall Blythe is his name. Lamb of God's lead singer. He was actually overseas in
I
Prague.
was actually going to say five. What is
Five-finger
it?
dunk punches.
Five-fingered fucking devil punches. Or
They're one of them. Same bloke. But he actually was in Czech Republic, Prague, I think it pronounced.
Prague.
Yeah, sorry, Prague.
Prague.
You know, you're only just telling me earlier that you're very uncultured. And
Yeah, and here we
it
are.
fucking shows.
Exactly.
And Neil's probably thinking right now in his head, you uncultured swine. You're not doing me proud at all here.
Never do. Unreal expectations. But this fella, Randy, they call him, he was in the Czech Republic doing a concert. Someone got up there on stage with him and he guided them off to crowd surf. That person fell on their head. After the concert, they ended up dying. He knew nothing about it. Next time they went to tour in Czech Republic, he got put in jail for manslaughter.
Oh,
So maybe when he was in jail, he got randied.
Oh,
No?
I think you're way off. Fucking.
Well, it just reminded me when you talking about Randy, so I thought
Okay.
I'd throw that out there.
Well,
Yeah. Look, interesting story, but completely unrelated.
Yeah, I know.
I'd
Sort of
hate-
related, but not. I just thought I'd throw back to what
I'd
you
hate
said
to
before.
reference murder and horniness in the one.
Oh, you're the one talking about you're a predator, mate.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say I'd love murdering me missus under the sheets every night, but not in that manner. I'm going to get locked up for it,
Only once a month there's blood everywhere, isn't it?
and it's none of my doing. That's
Yeah,
God. That's
sure.
God's greatest gift.
Uh,
Good old Shark Week. Anyway, where were we?
well,
Is it my turn or what?
no. Well, since we're talking about dirty sheets and that sort of stuff, you'd have to wash them after they've been washed. They'd be like clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle.
I'd say the note.
Well, a whistle's pretty
Yeah,
sharp.
The whistle.
Whistle's
note.
sharp, so
But you're spitting in it all the time. Would you eat off something?
that's not real sharp.
I'm meaning like
Flog that thing.
a ref whistle.
Yeah, I thought you meant like the old fucking wolf whistle.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't do it.
Well, that's a grubby way of
Yeah,
doing
I
a
can't-
whistle
I
anyway,
can't do
isn't it?
it.
It's not clean.
And why do they
that's
call
his
it a
spirit
wolf
animal.
whistle?
mate.
Why do they call it a wolf whistle? Wolves don't fucking whistle.
Exactly.
Don't deep thought me when I'm deep thoughting.
That's
Yeah,
my
no,
random.
good point.
That's my
Good
random
point.
thought for the night. Why do they call it a wolf whistle? They don't. Wolves don't whistle. They howl. They howl, but they don't whistle.
Yeah.
Oh, does that come from some cartoon?
Yeah, that not Roger Rabbit.
Roger Ramjet takes
on-
his proton pills.
He was on ecstasy. Roger Ramjet was on ecstasy.
Fucking proton pills.
Yeah, that red-headed Sheila.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that,
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
What's her fucking
Jessica.
name?
There's a wolf in there as well.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Jessica Rabbit was hot.
That's the next photo you should get put up on these walls.
Jessica Rabbit was hot.
Jessica Rabbit.
She's
Nice
one
little
sexy
Jessica Rabbit.
cartoon.
Oh,
Fucking oath.
hey, look who's Randy.
What was
Handy
my
Randy.
question even?
Well,
Clean as
I
a
don't
whistle.
know. Yeah, clean as a whistle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's reference to the note and how crisp that.
A whistle, a good whistle,
Whatever.
sharp. So it's yeah.
Look at us, old bloody. I'm
Clean.
claiming the.
You got the title so
I'm
far.
there. I'm there.
Yeah, you are the predator.
So I got another one here. You know, when you, like you's done, you's obviously sorted through a bit of information there and you picked out what you want from it. Cherry picking.
Mm.
Why do they call it cherry picking?
Oh, it's like the low-lying fruit.
Is
It's
it?
just easy? And cherries are nice and sweet.
You only pick the right ones.
Yeah.
Well, why cherries though?
Well, so
That could be with anything.
Why not apples?
Exactly.
Have you had a sweet apple? Like, unless it's a toffee apple.
Oh, Granny Smith, mate. You
Ugh.
should know that.
Sour as anything. The old green boys.
Oh, Grandma Smith.
I'm the red delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever had an apple straight off the tree? Not fucking Woolies bought or Fruit Market bought.
I haven't. No,
Straight off the tree.
no, never.
Trust me,
I've had mangoes straight off
he's
the
a
tree.
missing out.
Yeah.
Yep, he's a missing out. The
Different?
apples that they give you in the fucking supermarkets, man, shit. Compared to an apple straight off the tree, beautiful. Completely different flavour. You know those apples you get in Woolies? They're about 12 months old.
They've been sprayed to hold them.
Waxed and chucked in a freezer
Like-
somewhere.
So you're literally referencing the mother's milk of apples.
Yeah. Straight off the tree, man. Beautiful. Completely different flavour. Yep.
Crazy, isn't it? How, like, they go, oh,
Yep.
snap frozen.
Straight off
Ready.
the tree, man. They're unreal.
I'm gonna have to give it a go.
And that goes with fruit, any vegetable. You straight off the tree or straight out of the ground, completely different flavour
Father-in-law,
compared to what you get in the supermarkets.
he cooks, he's got a couple of plants around to show them snow peas or whatever they are.
Yep.
It's like, try me peas. And I was like, fucking right. And had a bite, mate. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And you think, what the fuck? So I went and
Yeah.
bought some from Woolies because I'm, not into that shit. Then they taste nothing like it.
Yeah, no.
Fucking crazy, isn't it? The amount of preservatives that go into keeping the
And
shelf life.
it's not so much just preservatives, just because they're old. They're old.
Well, you say
It's
that,
old
like,
product.
We're in a deep thought state of mind, and we've obviously got young kids growing up, and I often say to the missus, like, our kids will grow up the generation not knowing that fruit is seasonal. Because you get
it all year round.
You go to the supermarket,
You get it all
and
year
there's
round.
fucking fruit
Yeah.
from wherever they import the fucking thing
Yeah,
from.
it's funny, eh?
Can you ask-
I took the family over to New Zealand for a bit of a holiday there a couple of years ago, and I've been banging on to the missus about fresh fruit and veg. Like, I can wait till you taste homegrown potatoes, peas out of the garden, carrots out of the garden, apples, whatever. Not even thinking that when we go over there, it's fucking end of winter, so there's nothing growing anyway. So everything that we're buying is imported.
peas out of
And
Woolies.
the only thing we found was an apple farm that had apples for sale, and we bought 2 bags of them, and the kids and her smashed them, man. Within about 4 or 5 days, 2 bags of apples gone. And that was all I had to go with, and they were just
Look
like,
at
oh,
every
they're
truck.
so good, they're so good. But
Look at every servo shit house from
Yeah.
fucking.
yeah. That was the only thing we could get that was fresh. Everything else was imported, and I was like, fuck. I've been banging on about the potatoes and the carrots and the peas and corn, everything fresh, homegrown, Yeah, it's all imported. It's fucking winter.
Good one, Andy.
Nothing grows anyway.
You're out the back there peeling the sticker off.
Fuck.
I'd literally rip
It's
this out of the
a
ground.
bad batch.
Put a bit of dirt on it.
Yeah, I'll rip this apple out of the ground.
But it is true. If you eat anything fresh straight out of the ground or off the tree, it's delicious, man, compared to what you buy in a supermarket.
Mm.
I remember when we were kids, my grandparents only lived like 3 doors down from us, but you'd go down there and they'd kill chickens and cook them.
Yeah.
Then and there. So you
Chop the head off on the
Yeah.
old
That
wood
was
stack,
my
watch them run
kryptonite.
around the wood stack,
Yeah.
fucking squirt blood.
And you just remember like when you had them there picking all the feathers out and the pin feathers but the skin was like this disgustingly yellow
Yeah.
look to it, and then you
Yeah.
eat it, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah. Roger.
And it was
Yeah.
like proper fat
Mm.
off the chicken.
Yeah.
Mm.
Love it.
Yeah.
Was no zinger box.
Nah.
7 secret herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Man. Did they end up figuring out what they were?
I think
The
there's
7
there's
secret herbs and
I don't know,
spices.
if you go off of the TikToks you watch, mate.
Didn't that get leaked the other day? I saw an article
true.
there somewhere the other day where it
Someone
got
had a
leaked.
leak on chicken.
No, leak on the old KFC recipe.
You piss out of your cock.
I didn't go into it, but it was there. His great grandson or some part
Colonel
of some
Sanders.
family member had leaked the secret
Yeah.
recipe.
Yeah, right.
Like
I'm
they
gonna
did
fucking
with
look this
burger
up.
sauce. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I think it was like 2 years ago or something. You could buy burger sauce in the actual squeeze thing from Macca's himself. And then
Tomasto, mate.
someone reverse engineered.
engineered,
Exactly.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm talking about.
It's-
And next minute, it's everywhere, mate.
and they worked out it was just gherkins.
Yeah.
Is what made the taste.
Sliced up
yuck.
pickles, mate.
The old
Someone's
dill,
just gherking himself in there.
The old
Yeah, right.
Jerking their gherkin right in it.
the old dill pickle.
Well, I think this session's done with anyway. So
Can I just say one more thing, right? This is
You can.
completely off topic.
Do it.
So
Nah,
this
I love
is a
it.
show that everyone's got to get on and watch because it is a pisser. Do you have Prime? Prime Video?
Nah.
You have got it or you haven't? Have
I
you
do.
got Prime?
yes, I do.
Have you got Prime? No? All right, so get Prime and watch a show called The Boys.
Yes, superheroes.
Oh.
Fuck me, Dad.
Yes.
Amazing.
Do yourself a favour, man. Get Prime
Listen
and
to
watch
Molly
a show
Meldrum
called The
over here.
Boys.
The boys.
Yeah, The Boys. It's a random take on superheroes.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Superheroes-
your normal.
It's like superheroes from everyone else's point of view.
So the superheroes basically in the series is 3 seasons. So everyone's take on a superhero is they're the good guys, and in front of the cameras and the public they are the good guys, but off camera they're fucking no good, man.
Yeah, right.
No
They're
good.
dicks.
And
a lot of
it's-
them.
You will meet all sorts of superheroes on it.
And there's a
all
few
sorts of
people that
superheroes.
want to bring them down a peg.
Hey?
Any predators?
Yeah, there's
Yes.
probably a couple of predators on there actually.
You'll
Yeah.
fit right in, Rhino.
I can relate.
Yeah, it's good viewing. Good viewing.
The boys on Prime.
The boys on Prime. Get on it. Get on it.
Yeah, the boys.
The boys.
What about
Get on the boys.
What about? Are we betting men here? Do you dabble in a bit of gambling?
Why not?
Well, I've got a question for you then. Who's going to win February 25th, I think? Jake Paul?
Jake Paul
Or
and Tommy
Tommy
Fury.
Fury. No?
Does
I'm going
anyone
to throw
else
this
know?
one at Mark because
Ooh.
I know Jake Paul. I don't know Tommy Fury.
You know,
I don't-
Look,
uh,
it's.
the older Fury, Tyson Fury?
Yes.
That's his younger brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen the reach on that clown dick?
Tyson?
No, Tommy.
Nah.
He's like a fucking ape, mate.
Yeah, right.
His reach is ridiculous. I'd never noticed it until someone pointed it out to me. But you have a look at a photo of him. His elbows are around near his fucking knees, mate.
Yeah, right, eh? So
Ridiculous. And for that reason,
You're on the Tyson.
I think he could win by decision. But Jake Paul has proven himself, beaten fucking Anderson Silva and all sorts of people, knocking Tyron Woodley out. Former welterweight champion of UFC.
Middleweight.
Pretty up there people, and he's a YouTuber.
I don't really know, but I'll go Fury. Just
Well, I'll
on
go
his name.
Fury because of the reach.
Just
Fists
on
of
his
Fury.
name.
We're
Just
going
on
with
his
Fists
name.
of Fury.
Yeah, were you
What
on,
do you think,
Rhino?
mate?
If he
Yeah,
can fight
I-
like his brother, mate, then
Yeah. I'm definitely with that on the Fury theory, but I just think that the association of how fixed it's going to be, the money to be
Yeah.
made for those two young fellas. It's,
Isn't he a YouTube fighter?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very.
mate, Jake Paul.
He was a
Yeah,
Disney
righto.
star
Yeah, he
originally,
was,
wasn't
yeah.
he?
A what? Disney star?
Mm.
Yeah, right.
It's like if Ariel was going to punch some chick. Having a sea battle with someone playing battleships.
But yeah, I reckon the Jake Paul will win just for the monetary value to be made in the future.
Crazy, isn't it? And
Well,
they
it just
reckon,
continues like
Well,
it has already.
They could cash in on it pretty good.
Oh yeah.
and they reckon
Very
if
much.
he wins, then he'll be ranked in the WBO, like, and could be in a top 10.
And he's a bit of a gob too, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
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 Loves
Proper gob.
loves the square.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy.
Very. Yeah, well, that's all right. So 3 Furies and 1 Paul.
Mm.
Yeah.
When's the fight?
February 25th, I think.
25th.
Must be.
So coming up.
I should put it on.
Coming up.
I
Yeah,
reckon. That'll be the go.
we'll put it on.
We'll put it on. Fucking oath.
Well, this episode actually gets released after that, I think.
Ooh.
So,
Ooh, this could age terribly.
but we're gonna have to leave it at that for the night. So she's been a good session. Thank you to Rhino for coming on.
No worries. Thanks
been
for
good.
inviting us.
You've fucking taught us heaps about all sorts.
Fucking oath.
If you haven't already, like and subscribe or rate us on whatever platform you're listening on. Take no notice of me slurring my words there. It was fine. But with that, off your circuit.
Mm.
Off
Off your
your
circuit. Good night.